Midnight music. 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 Midnight music.
Sting acknowledged that Scott Hall came up with the Crow character.
Yes. Yeah. No, he's been doing that for years.
Yeah.
Things acknowledged. Yeah.
Yeah, man, you ever heard of a crow? You should be like that.
Hey, yo, there's this thing on TV called The Crow.
Listen,
Survey says.
one more for the good guys. Oh, so also here's what I was going to show you. So some dude on TikTok actually posted. What's going on, everybody? Hey, by the way, welcome to the pre-show. No guests this week. So it looks like this guy is posting a letter from his high school. From when
Who's high school?
No, it's a letter from when I guess he was in grade school, I think, or something like that. Yeah, because it's dated April 24th, 1997. Okay, and it says, please be advised that your child recently reported to the principal's office for being a part of a club called the NWO New World Order that initiates new members by punching or kicking them 30 times. The teacher and I are very concerned that this is a direct violation of a discipline policy. Today I spoke to the boys involved to investigate the situation, the seriousness of it. Also, I verbally warned the children, blah, blah, blah. Please speak to your child about the implications of joining a club that does harm to themselves and others.
What child was this?
I don't know. It says the kids. It looks like it says Stephen McLean is his name.
Stephen McLean. Let's give it a Google. See if he's a wrestler.
No, he's not a wrestler. He clearly was not a wrestler.
McLean, C-L-E-A-N.
No, Mick, C-L-E-A-D.
McLeod.
McLeod, yeah.
Stephen McLeod. Production coordinator at Boeing. That can't be him. Oh no, there's a picture of him with Ric Flair.
Interesting. Mr. Fretz here on our chat says, I used to crotch chop my teachers in high school, and at least one of them did it back.
That's amazing. No, Steve McLean obituary 2017. Hope it wasn't him.
I hope not. No, this was
No, 55 years old. No, that wouldn't have been him.
You never know. No, he looked really younger than that.
Poodle's a weird place, man.
It is a weird place, but I love it all the same. Oh, I remember this. Did I ever show you the video about why professional wrestling is the most ridiculous thing in the world?
I think so. It's really long, right?
I don't believe so. Let's find out.
On why professional wrestling is the most ridiculous thing in the world that every single human person should be a fan of. Number one, I'll address the most common criticism of professional wrestling. It's fake. They're not really fighting. Hey, dipshits, have you ever watched a television? Unless you strictly binge watch documentaries, I hate to break it to you, but this guy's not actually Spider-Man, and he's not actually fighting the guy who's not actually an octopus doctor. They are both actors and athletes, and the star and the stuntman. In order for it to be fake, they have to know what they're doing, and they take a real risk, so respect it and stop being a tool. Number two, they utilize something that I wish all other sports did, and that is trash talk. Yeah, they do it in the UFC, but that doesn't really help my argument, and I don't think the guys in UFC are as creative with their words. I don't think anyone in the UFC is going to say something as outrageous as, I'm going to stick my foot straight up your Rudy Poo candy ass. I wish I could turn on an NFL pregame and see Patrick Mahomes telling Josh Allen that he's got 2 words for him, with those 2 words being suck it, but you're not going to see that in football. You know where you will see it? Pro in wrestling. Number 3, the characters and stories can be so outrageously stupid to the point that it makes them extremely cool. This man is presented as a 6'10" zombie cowboy with magic powers that likes motorcycles. That is pretty absurd. But how cool is a 6'10" zombie cowboy with magic powers that likes motorcycles? Vince McMahon, the actual billionaire owner of WWE, once created a story where he had an illegitimate son that was revealed to be a leprechaun. How could you not watch this shit?
Facts, dude. Everything I there is accurate.
Oh my god, yeah, no, it is pretty crazy. So one of my former colleagues was hanging out with me Monday night while Raw was on, and she was like, "Oh, I used to watch wrestling," and also be like the same night that Lita came back, so she was like enamored. And then she was like, "Yeah, I remember that." She's like, "What's going on with Vince McMahon lately?" And I was like, "Oh boy, all right, strap in."
Oh, you didn't know?
I was like, she's like, "Is Vince McMahon still with the company?" I was like, "Is he? Is he ever?"
Just give him a Google.
I was like, let me explain to you the last 6 months of Vince McMahon's life and career, because they're pretty much the same thing.
Yeah, so a pretty cool part about this office is that I can see across the way in like my neighbor's across the street's house.
Yeah? They don't have like curtains or anything?
No, dude. I can't really see much. I can see his TV. He's currently watching The Office.
Nice.
On cable. What a fool.
Listen, cable has its perks. That's why I watch A&E sometimes.
You'd be surprised, dude. In my first apartment in Hoboken, like I could see right into the room across from me, like a building across, and it was like really close. They were like eye level.
Yeah.
And me and this chick just never, like, ever drew our curtains ever. I like sunlight, and like we probably see each other naked at least 6 times each.
Sunlight's overrated.
Sunlight is not overrated.
It is
I will say having your apartment face east is very overrated, though. Nothing is worse than 7:30 a.m. sunrise when you're tired, right in your room. It's just nothing you can do about it.
That's why we have blackout curtains, Will.
Yeah, I thought about it, but it wouldn't match my aesthetic in the room.
I mean, blackout curtains don't have to be black.
It's true. It's what, thick fabric?
Yeah.
Well, I have shades.
Yeah.
I don't have blinds. I have shades. Shades better.
Okay.
But yeah, I don't know. I feel like even with blackout curtains, light would still get through.
No, it does not. It does not at all. It's wonderful. It is wonderful. Old cocaine. Thanks, Pretzels. We are going to talk about that on the first off. By the way, did you? I don't think we're going to mention on the show, but did you hear about what Tony Khan tweeted out?
Dude, him and Ariel Helwani hate each other. It's hilarious.
Apparently, I didn't know this was a thing until I was watching SmackDown.
Yeah, it's really funny. It's so funny.
He called Tony Khan called Ariel Helwani a fraud. I was like, holy shit.
Well, so what happened? Tony Khan did an interview with Ariel Helwani, maybe a year ago, let's say, for the sake of argument.
Okay.
And Ariel Helwani criticized Tony Khan after the fact, saying he wasn't a great interview. Or something like that.
I can see Tony Khan, depending on what drug he took that day, being an amazing interview.
Yeah, I would love to talk to TK. But so Ariel, I like Ariel Helwani too. The guy gets a lot of hate for no reason, in my opinion.
Why? He's from what I've seen of him interviewing, especially professional wrestlers, he's really good.
I think I think he has heat with the UFC, and that might be legit.
Why does he have heat with the UFC for? What did he do?
I don't know. Don't quote me. I'd have to Google it. But I think a few years ago, him in the UFC. Something happens, and he might have been in the wrong. I don't know.
But he was Mr. UFC for.
He
was Mr. UFC for a while.
He was, but I'm a big fan of Ariel Helwani. He's a good journalist, sports journalist, that is.
Not according to Tony Khan.
Yeah, well, Tony Khan's not a good CEO.
He's not. It's really kind of fucking funny.
He's a great mark. He's just actually no, he's not a good mark. He's rich.
Yeah, no, he bought his mark. I guess is what you'd say. It's a paid mark or something. I don't know.
The ratings for Dynamite have also been poopy, really poopy.
Raw broke 2 million apparently.
That's probably for the first time in 5 years at least.
It was they're also in Ottawa.
That helps.
They just did a Canadian mini tour for the last week.
This WrestleMania season's been really good. It's been really good so far. It's been hot, dude. It gets gotten to a point where almost everything on the card is really hot.
The only things on the card are the championship matches, which is a good thing.
Yeah.
Now you just got to build the undercard. It's going to be an interesting build.
I mean, you got 2 nights, right? So
Mm-hmm.
you need 3 major matches on each. Which you got
Yeah,
Roman
you
Cody.
need your beginning, middle,
Okay.
and end.
Yeah, you got Roman Cody.
Yeah.
Great. You got Sami and KO, which is a slow burn. Great.
Mm-hmm.
You got Rollins and
Logan Paul.
Logan Paul. Great. You got Brock Bobby. Great.
Maybe.
You got rumored Cena Austin Theory. Great. And then the rest.
Bianca Asuka.
Bianca's
Bianca's a WrestleMania draw now. You also have Rhea Charlotte. Rhea Charlotte more. I think Bianca Asuka will be good. I would love for Asuka to have an even record at WrestleMania for once.
Asuka needs to turn before Mania.
She's not. Here's the thing with the Asuka character, which is essentially really just Kana.
She's just weird.
She's not good or bad. She just is. She's
just weird.
She's the wrestling's version of a Joker. Like they finally got the Joker character right, and it's Kana.
Yeah, like they need they waited till Mania to pull the trigger on Shinsuke turning heel on AJ.
Ah, yeah, that should have been done earlier.
That's what I mean. It should have been done right after Rumble.
Yeah, I mean, like,
Although no, that I take that back. I don't blame them for doing what they did because that's such a us marks knew that was a dream match. They were carrying on us. They're relying on us to carry it,
which we did for the most.
which we did.
Yeah.
We did by overhyping it.
Yeah, that I mean that card in itself was supposed to be a dream card.
Yeah.
Like at the time we looked at that card and we were like, this is the greatest WrestleMania card we've ever had.
It was a great card. You got to start with the triple threat where it's Seth Rollins, the Ice King,
that triple threat was amazing.
the Night King. Excuse me.
He was the Night King.
And
yeah.
He won. Did this swirly twirl thing.
Yeah.
We had the
Charlotte
John-
Asuka was second.
Charlotte Asuka. Fuck, that was second.
That was second. I was like, why is this so early?
And it's booked a streak too.
Yeah, Charlotte Asuka was second. You also have Ronda's debut, which is a crazy time.
Which was amazing.
Yeah.
Being there live was nuts.
Yeah.
Yeah, Daniel Bryan. What did Daniel Bryan
The
do?
return of Daniel Bryan.
The return of Daniel Bryan. Who did he beat?
He beat Kevin Owens and Sammy.
That's right.
It was a tag team. It was a tag team match.
Who did he tag with?
I don't want to say it was Shane, but it was.
It was Shane.
Was it Shane? Yeah.
It was Shane.
It was Shane. You had Braun Strowman winning the tag titles with a child.
That happens.
Yeah.
You had Brock Taker and Cena, which was
The random, which is a great will he or won't he build.
it would have been better if they actually had a match and Cena didn't squash
wasn't
Elias,
squash.
which
I thought that was a great bait and switch.
it was a good bait and switch. It was just funny seeing Cena in the crowd and like, ooh, when he ran to the back.
But like he actually was like interactive with me. Like he was watching the show. I was like, this is very meta. Like
Yeah. No, it was good. I do wish that Taker and
the
Cena actually
US
had a match,
the
but I
US
get it.
title Fatal 4-Way was the downer because we were all expecting really good things. Because you had
Oh, I forget who was in
you had
that.
Rusev, Rude.
Yep.
I forgot the other two.
That was like towards the end of the show, a transition time for the card.
Yeah, the Usos
Yeah.
also had a match. You also had
The Usos had their first Mania match.
yes, they
Main
did.
card.
Usos had their first Mania match.
They went against the Bludgeon Brothers.
Yes, that was a shitty match. Who else was on the? Oh,
What did
you.
Orton do, Frets? That card, I don't remember.
I don't remember what Orton did. You also had because I don't remember an RKO happening. You also had Nia versus Bliss.
Just fine. Good story.
It was a good story. It was a good
It
story.
was a good story. The bully story.
Yeah, it was the bully story. It was good.
Yeah, that was a good story.
With Mickey James,
It made
James
sense.
being like the head bully manager. And yeah, it made sense. It was good. It was a good feel good story at the time.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
And then the main event.
and then the main, which we all just started throwing beach balls everywhere and didn't care about.
Yeah, Brock Roman, where Brock won, and it was just kind of like, who gives a shit?
Yeah, it was bleh. Like it's funny that their best match ever happened at SummerSlam.
I know they had 3 Mania matches.
And the
They're
first
all
one was the
kinda-
best
yeah.
one, where
First
Seth,
one was the
where
best
Seth
one.
intervened and cashed in. Yeah, it's just funny. And then the 1 in 34 probably would have been really good if we actually gave a shit about it, but we did not. Which is saying. Speaking of which, did you see the commercial for How they started how WWE started doing the parodies of the Hollywood movies again.
Yes. Yes. Seth as the Joker was really funny, and then Becky Lynch ruined it.
No, Becky was awesome as her being like Christian Bale's shitty Batman.
Yeah, it was really bad.
Oh, it's not supposed to be good.
No, but it was bad.
No,
it was really bad.
It was funny. It was funny.
They could have left Seth in there.
No. You gotta just totally destroy it.
They did
Because
another
Seth
one
didn't
too.
do
What
anything.
was,
They did a bunch of them. They both.
he was dancing.
Yeah, but like you need more than that. Like I get it, he did it. They did the fake steps, which are real steps in New York. But I like their whole back and forth. Like, what's with the space paint? I need to exfoliate. Who are you? I'm the man. I'm the Batman. It was just funny.
Stupid.
It was
Fucking
funny.
stupid.
They're not supposed to be good. They did more. I think Maurice and Miz are doing Top Gun. They're doing, and I think there's a couple more that they're really going to parody.
Their graphics are great. They have the movie posters going to like the marquee.
Yeah.
Like their production team is why I watch the product most of the time.
Oh yeah. They
It's
must
like, why can't I learn how to do this?
They must be under a
$1 billion.
crazy time crunch all the time.
No, they know what's happening ahead of time.
True, but like shit changes from time to time.
True, of course, but marketing that's all marketing.
Yeah.
Right? Marketing needs to know the promotions and materials, get the stuff made. Like that, those kind of things take months to make.
Yeah, you know what fascinates me is when they do the highlight packages right after a show ends.
I don't know how they do that.
I don't know how they do it either because I'm like that's got to be the most stressful thing in the world.
Seriously, like, especially like the main event what just happened. That just happened like 30 seconds
Yeah,
ago.
they got like pull all of that footage and cut it and put it like no.
With the effects and the music.
Yeah, no.
Like, dude, even the rendering takes a while.
Yeah. I think that's absolutely absurd.
I always wonder how they do the highlights, like mid-match.
I think that's an easy thing that they do on TV now. Because, like, I mean, they do it for football and all that stuff.
That's what I mean. I don't know. Like, I never understood how they did it so quickly.
They probably, because they probably have a direct feed. There's probably a lot of wire splitting places.
Yeah, it's just rewinding and getting the right shot and putting it in the right place. But they do it so quick.
Yeah. It's got to take a whole bunch of time. I agree with you. Miz should do... Hey, Taekwon. Miz should do Johnny Cage from Mortal Kombat. That's what we're waiting on. Did you see the new Mortal Kombat a couple years ago?
Yeah, I never played Mortal Kombat.
No, watched it, sorry.
No, neither.
Oh, you never played Mortal Kombat either? You're one of those kids?
No. Dude, I'm too old, too young for that.
No, you're not. You're never too young for Mortal Kombat.
It's fair, but...
Never too young.
You know, I bought Injustice, but I haven't played it yet.
Injustice is the storyline that DC movies should have gone with the entire time.
Yeah, the fighting game.
Mm-hmm. Injustice 2
I
is
bought it like a year. I bought it like a
crazy.
year and a half ago during a sale. I haven't played it yet.
If you finish
awesome.
Injustice, go to Injustice 2. Injustice 2 is a crazier story.
Yeah.
Like if DC movies would have just went with the Injustice storyline from the start, it would have been great. Because it's really gritty like shit in the Injustice storyline.
Well, I have one more Arkham game to play. Dude, those Arkham games are so much fun.
You know what I actually started on? I know I'm very late to the party, but it's going to be my jam for a little bit now. I just started playing the original Horizon Zero Dawn.
Oh, that's excellent.
It is. I'm kind of getting the premise of the story. I'm just like, why are the robots animal? Like, it's such a ass backwards way of reality. But I'm like, okay, I'm getting it.
Why are they robot dinosaurs?
Or robot animals? Because one's like a deer.
That's right.
And I'm riding one that's clearly supposed to be a horse.
Yeah, dude, they're really cool. The game is really cool. I forget everything about the backstory, but like the main character's dope. Like the game's dope.
I hate
The
her
writing's pretty
name
clever.
though. I like Aloy. I was like, really, guys?
It's called Ginger Tits.
No, I can't. No, Aloy sounds better than Ginger Tits. So I do enjoy it. I'm trying to figure out like what the hell happened. I was like, clearly the machines won again, as in every sci-fi.
Yes, of course.
Sci-fi movie. I was like, how long ago did the machines win that we've gone back to becoming primitive life forms?
A long time ago. You gotta explore the ruins, dude, and get the.
I haven't got to Metal World yet.
Yeah, it's cool. The ending's pretty cool too. The DLC's okay.
Well, I have the complete edition because then they just made Horizon Forbidden West, like the sequel, just popped up on on PlayStation Plus, so I just got that for free too. So
Yeah, I didn't play the sequel, but I played Horizon Zero Dawn on the PS4, and I thoroughly enjoyed it.
no, it's great. It's fun so far. I do like it's pretty easy to pick up and play.
Yeah, the controls take a little bit getting used to.
A little
Like,
bit, yeah.
There's part of the map you just can't go to because you're like using like sticks and they have guns. You need the metal bow, like the full auto bow, stuff like that.
Yeah, the weaponry is taking a while to get used to because like you can set traps and stuff. I was like, this is great, but I don't want to. I just want to kill people. Like I don't want to set traps, but like I'll do it.
And traps are useful because you're a chick. You gotta play as a chick. You gotta be a little sneaky.
No, the stealth part is really cool. I do like that, and I do like how you can see how loud you're being. Mm-hmm. So like, hey, maybe I should shut the fuck up and walk a little slower.
Well, PlayStation tried to utilize like the built-in speaker into the controller. Mm-hmm. They try to utilize that in the game, and people are just like, "Why you put this bullshit in here? Like, stop that."
Well, I have the headphones, so everything just goes through there.
Everything goes to the headphones. I remember I used to play like that. Everything went to my headset.
Well, it's good because it has spatial audio, so like I can kind of figure out if I hear shit, like where it's coming from.
I could do that with the mixer, but like I don't like wearing the headphones all day. I'd rather just have it come through my computer speakers.
Understandable.
I have come to the conclusion that I uninstalled WWE 2K22, so I'm gonna buy 2K23 in April.
Yeah, they just had the ratings reveal video today. And the highest rating I saw, from what I saw, because I came in 20 minutes late.
Roman's 99, right?
I didn't see Roman's rating. The highest rating I saw was Bianca. They get Bianca at 95.
That makes sense. That adds up.
What I love what they do with their ratings reveal is that they did it during Rumble weekend, and so they had Greg Miller from the This Is Awesome show.
I fucking hate Greg Miller.
I know you do, but the This Is Awesome show is awesome.
The show is awesome. But I was like, dude, Greg Miller, I can do your job better than you. I don't need a script.
Yeah, no, Greg Miller from This Is Awesome did the ratings reveal, so they brought in all the wrestlers, and they were like, guess what your rating is? Did you go up? Did you go down? And then you just get to see their reactions and like their kayfabe reactions.
That's pretty cool. I saw Nikita Lyons in the game too.
Of course she is, even though she's not going to wrestle for another year.
Yeah, she's not. Yeah, although her Instagram looks pretty poppin'. So
yeah, she has nothing else to do. She tore her ACL. Like she's going to be out for a while.
She was like dancing. Did she put a dancing video the other day? Am I just imagining it?
Well, an ACL doesn't mean you can't dance. It just means your lateral movement is kind of horrible. I don't know if I have to check if Roman is the 99. I have to check earlier. Oh, they revealed the so Up Down Down hosted the reveal. So Xavier Woods and them. So it was really funny. At the end, they were like, we're going to show you like 3 of the legends that you can play in the game. So the first one was Taker. As a legend, because obviously Taker. Taker was a 95. The Rock was the second legend they revealed you can play in the game, who's a 96. And it was actually, you know who else they put in the game as a WWE legend?
John Cena.
No.
Road Dogg.
No. Tyler Breeze.
Wow.
No, they did it because Tyler Breeze is a member of Up Down Down, so he was on
I was like, what a rib.
and then they started. Breeze pulled out a shirt where it was like a WWE like legend shirt and had Goldberg's face. He put his face on it, and it said Breezeberg.
That's pretty funny.
And then Xavier was just so mad. He's like, you gotta say it now. He's like, Tyler Breeze is in the game, and he's rated a 77. Like, and what else, Xavier? He's like, and he's a WWE legend. So it's great. Oh, man. Anywho, are you ready to get home? Let me pull up my shit so I know what the fuck I'm saying at this. We're gonna have some fun discussions tonight, I think. Or some mark-killing discussions that I'll kill on my, when I bring back Watch the Throne. Oh, there's maintenance on Anchor on Monday. Yeah, okay, cool. Oof. All right, sir. I'm ready when you are.
Oh, right.
Yeah,
Sorry,
yeah. I was
email.
like,
So I was reading an email about South by Southwest.
you're what?
I was reading an email about that's you know what, I'll tell you in the post show. My whole I almost moderated a panel at South by Southwest.
That would have been fucking awesome. South by Southwest is nuts.
Dude, I don't. We'll get into it.
Okay.
Let me start rolling. So yeah, it's in Austin, and I could still go, but I can't.
I heard Austin's a wild time.
I'll let you know in April. That's not it. All right, starting in 5, 4, 3, 2.
Midnight music.
Coming up this week on Kings of the Rings podcast, as we go into our 8th year of the show, we celebrate and look back at the reverence given to Sami Zayn this past week at Elimination Chamber, but not for too long because the righteous Reverend Cody Rhodes is gearing up to preach his sermon to an audience of WrestleMania proportions. Plus, there's a new women's champion in New Japan Pro Wrestling, and that is something, folks, you can bank on. So put down the drugs, Tony Khan, because it's the 328th episode of Kings of the Rings podcast, 329th, I believe, 28th, 29th, who cares? Church Tabernacle, exclusively on Wrestle Addict Radio, and it starts right now. You know, I was right. It was the 29th. 329 hours. I got it at some point. Yeah, 329. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to King's Rings Podcast, episode number 329. Church Tabernacle, of course. I am your host, King Ricky Rose. No guest this week. We're taking a break from a guest, but we might have a guest next week as we go all elite next week.
Is it me?
No, you are here all the time with me, as always, and celebrating a 28th birthday from last year. We already gave you a happy birthday, but whatever. Hey, Will, how you doing?
Oh, good, man. 28 feels the same as 27, except I don't have to worry about being dead like Kurt Cobain, so that's always a plus.
So far.
You know, I did not put pineapple on my pizza. What is this fucking blasphemy?
I didn't have any other ideas. I'm sorry.
Well, here's the thing. I don't hate pineapple on my pizza. It's not my first, third, second, third, fourth, or fifth choice. Like, if it's there, I'll eat it, but I'll never order it.
Gotcha. You ever tried scrambled eggs on pizza?
Oh, that sounds amazing.
Don't knock. Oh, it's great. It's about.
No. You thought I was gonna hate it, but that sounds fucking awesome.
You should go to Australia then. They live a wild life down there.
Oh, baby, I'll put kangaroo on my pizza.
You might want to do that.
Did I eat kangaroo? Kangaroo's delicious.
No, they treat kangaroo like we treat deer. We just kind of run them over.
Oh, well, we eat deer too, but we mainly.
I've never had kangaroo. I had gator down there, but.
Gator's delicious.
Gator is delicious.
Kangaroo's delicious. And Taquan's mom, also delicious.
It's going to be one of those nights, folks.
Mrs. Taquan.
Yeah, so before we get into anything, so apparently, according to Will, which we found out last week, this show turned 8 years old?
I totally forgot to mention that last week.
Yeah,
like the 8-year anniversary. It's sometime in February. I always forget the exact date because I don't have the actual date of the first episode because it doesn't really exist. And if it does, I don't know if it does, to be honest. Because the first episode, the funny story is that I recorded on a laptop in my dorm room sophomore year. And I don't remember if it was the week before my birthday, the week of my birthday, or week after my birthday.
Okay.
So I think it was the week before, but my computer only had like 4 gigabytes of RAM because that's how computers were back then. And I couldn't run Skype to talk to Christian and audition at the same time.
Oh.
So the audio was recording, but it was skipping and jumping because my computer was like running at 100% max.
Jesus.
So that was the problem. Yeah, that's the first podcast I ever recorded, and it doesn't exist because I got rid of it. So the first one's technically episode 2. That released on February 15th, I believe.
Okay, so last week.
Ish. So yeah, it's February is the 8 years.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Celebrate 8 years. Yeah.
You made it, Ricky.
That's so weird.
Yeah, isn't it wild?
That is kind of wild. Like, I don't see it as 8 years. Well, for sure, at least I came in probably around, year 3? No, year 2.
Year 2.
Year 2,
It was
yeah.
the second year, but it was episode like 36 or 37.
33, I believe.
33. Fuck.
Yeah, 33. I've been here.
Yeah, I guess I took a lot of weeks off.
I'm literally coming on 300 episodes.
Yeah,
very
that is
soon.
pretty wild.
Give or take,
wild.
Yeah, it's pretty wild. 300 episodes of his goddamn show. That still somehow is afloat by people and listeners like you. That's my own PSA. So happy birthday to us. I'll drink water to that, I guess.
I got beer in the fridge, but it's all in the fridge.
Yeah, but I mean, it's 8. Like, I don't know what do you do when you celebrate 8 years? It's just, hey, we turned 8. You know,
We're in second grade.
yay! Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, the Ambrose cash-in. That's where Ricky came in for that.
That's right.
That was Ricky's first episode.
That was the Ambrose cash-in. Yes, that was an impromptu show, and it was great. Speaking of impromptu, we're going to be following this all night because we don't know when it's actually going to happen, but I got word of this. Will, right as I was preparing for the show today. Tony Khan, everybody's favorite drug-induced owner of wrestling, says he has an important announcement that's going to happen sometime tonight as we are recording during AEW Dynamite. No one has a clue what it is. He has an important announcement. It's not a big announcement. It's an important announcement. So I think the wordplay is very important here. I have no idea what it is. Will, do you want to take a shot in the dark at what it could be? Wrong answers only.
Oh, he's coming out of the closet. Tony Khan is going to come out and go, I am non-binary and gay, and you all know what that means. I can't wait. Honestly, dude, if TK came out as gay, I think I'd like him even more.
I have no idea what it is. I mean, I feel like his announcement's going to be that he bought WCW. And then somebody's going to whisper in his ear that that's not possible. It's like, oh, I'm sorry, I did not buy WCW.
I bought WCW backwards, which is also WCW. Honestly, though, I wouldn't be surprised if he announced as the date for Forbidden Door 2.
That's what people are saying, and I swear to God, if it's
WCCW. Dude, if Dynamite has a third-hour frets, I'm never watching it again. Like, I cannot.
I swear to God, if I do another special in fucking Chicago, like, find another city. My God, find another city, Tony. For the love of God, find another city.
He bought the WEA. Yes. Now we're talking.
Now we're in the business. Now we're gonna have to watch. Could you imagine if, like, Tony Khan just, like, bought our podcast? 1, sold. Number 1, sold.
What you want? Can I still do it?
That's all I ask. Like, let me be on the road. Let me still do it. Just keep me away from Jericho.
I'll host with Jericho. That's fine.
I don't think Jericho would host. I know Jericho has a lot to say. He gets bored.
Dude, Jericho kind of likes the way his farts smell. To be honest, when he talks about AEW.
Yeah, he does.
He's a little not humble, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, he's not one bit at all. I was like, I get it. You found somebody who was gullible enough to let you do whatever the fuck you wanted.
It's like, Jericho, you're not wrong, but let's not pretend that Kenny Omega isn't here. And the Young Bucks aren't here. And Cody didn't do it first. like, yeah, you were important for on-screen stuff, but don't pretend like that translates to off-screen stuff.
Yeah, like, I don't think he really did much off-screen. I don't know, because we'll never know. But
it's like, yeah, did you carry the company? Kind of, but it's not like you didn't have help.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's whatever. The Ocho, whatever he's calling himself. I don't know.
But we did put him on Mount Rushmore. I don't know if you're going to start regretting that anytime soon.
Did we put it? Well, no, I don't.
Yeah, you put him on, motherfucker.
I don't regret it.
Vote.
Just because he's kind of a dick doesn't mean he's a great wrestler, and he's probably one of the most accomplished wrestlers of our time. Like,
he is the modern day Terry Funk for sure.
Yeah, I can't knock what he's done. Like, most of his characters have been a hit in some iteration or not.
Guys, can't wait for Chris Jericho to win the ECW championship from Raven this April. It's gonna be amazing. It's gonna be so good at Barely Legal 3. It's gonna be awesome.
It's gonna be great. So yeah, Tony Khan has some sort of big ass announcement that hopefully we'll find out about very soon. We'll
find out during the show because if you listen to this, you already know what it is because the show airs.
I have a show on right now. Orange Cassidy is hugging Wheeler, I believe, right now. So that's a thing. Oh, I swear to you, as I'm watching this really quickly, this looks more like WCW as it gets older, because they have a new set, which is great. I love the new AEW set. I was like, finally, modern times. I like it. It looks nice. But now they have the advertisements, like they have DraftKings little markers in the corners
On the apron.
on the apron,
On the mat, I mean.
on the actual mat. Yeah,
I'm glad WWE does not do that.
yeah,
Because it does bother me.
a little bit. Yeah,
Although I'm not going to lie, it does help in UFC because you get to kind of know where in the octagon they are.
I get it, because it's pretty much a fake circle. But yes, I get that. Yeah,
Yeah, but with WWE, it's just like
it's four corners.
Square.
Yeah,
it's four corners. It's
Stop it.
it's a wide shot most of the time. Like, it's not difficult.
Yeah, like I don't know, but yeah, it's just I just don't like the sponsorship stuff. Like, I get DraftKings, you double dipping bastards, but
Oh, hey man, they need to make money somewhere.
that's true. They're not making it on us.
I mean, we make fun of TK for not making money. Now we're making fun of him for making money. That kind of sounds like a hypocrite to me, Ricky.
No. I just don't like the visual of the sponsorship on the mat.
I'll call myself a hypocrite.
Yeah.
Someone has to.
That's all. So this is the developing story. We'll find out when we find out. Who knows what will happen during the show, but judging by our luck, it'll happen when our show is finished. What we will be talking about, not this week, but next week, but I do want to kind of prep you for this. AEW Revolution is next week. Who knew?
Woo!
Yeah, it's going to be from the Chase Center, home of the Fighting Stephen Currys, on March 5th. So we are going to be doing a giant preview of that, including what is going to be the main event, MJF versus Bryan Danielson for the AEW World Title, in a, shocker to me, a 60-minute Iron Man match. And I'm concerned because I don't think MJF can actually legitimately wrestle for 60 minutes.
Dude, I think it'll be fine.
I like not the purist in me, but like kind of the wrestling, the marquee wrestling fan of me is like, you think of 60-minute Iron Man, you think this is something that is kind of a sacred match that shows the best of what you can do, and I can just picture MJF kind of bullshitting for like half of it.
Yeah, I mean, I think honestly, I think Iron Man matches are overrated.
Okay.
30 minutes I like because it's a quick 30. 60 minutes is a long time.
You gotta be telling a really good story.
It's like that, but it's just like you're just waiting most of the time. It's like you're waiting for those last 5 minutes. It feels like it drags for the sake of dragging. Like if they just went 60 minutes and you didn't know it was an Iron Man match, yeah, they can be boring, as Fred says, with spelled out phonetically, boring. So. Like, I know I've said before in this podcast that Brett Shawn at WrestleMania 13 is like the greatest match of all time because it went an hour and with overtime. If you watch it back, a lot of rest holds.
It is a lot of rest holds.
A lot of rest holds. I mean, can you think of any match, any Iron Man match where they go hard for the 60 minutes like AEW goes hard for their matches?
I don't know.
Really.
But like, if you look at this, Bryan Danielson is not a person that goes hard all the time. He has spurts of energy.
Yeah, true.
I'm interested to see how technical this is going to be and how much pizzazz this is going to be, and because it's interesting. But we'll talk about it next week. But hopefully, Angle Brock on SmackDown was a good Iron Man match. But we'll talk about this a lot more next week when we focus a lot more on AEW. Also,
when they have a card announced.
Yeah. And also in other parts of the wrestling world, because this also happened on Saturday in San Jose, California. Surprise, surprise, Mercedes Moné, formerly known as Sasha Banks, is now the second ever IWGP Women's Champion, beating the first champion, Kyrie. And what everybody said was actually a really good match. I saw the clips. It seemed like they worked really well together, which if you watch them in NXT, when Sasha was down there for a little bit, they worked really well together. So
it's pretty wild that their first champion was a transition champion.
No, she won before Wrestle Kingdom.
How long did Kyrie hold it for? Like 2 months?
No, like 4.
4 months?
Yeah.
How many times did she defend it?
I believe she won in like November. Because she won in like November. She defended at Wrestle Kingdom. Like she won the event, to win to become the inaugural champion. So that's not a defense.
Yep.
That's a win.
Defense a win. Defended at Wrestle Kingdom, then Sasha showed up.
I believe so.
Oh, I take it back. Not a transition champion.
Yeah.
That's fine. Yeah, good for Mercedes. Where was this match? Looks like it was filmed in Impact.
No, San Jose.
Looks like it was filmed in the Impact Studios.
I guess if Impact Studios had
Like
a studio in San Jose.
how big was the crowd? Like 800 people?
No, I think from what I can see just from this picture that we showed here of Sasha winning that really, really small title, but she also has a really, really small waist. It seems like it was a 2-level arena.
Interesting. Yeah, because it's like damn, Sasha, you gave up WrestleMania for this.
Listen, she's living the dream.
All right, she's happy. I mean,
She's living the dream. I mean, she had her.
She wanted to wrestle in Japan, and she set up for San Jose.
She's the IWGP Women's Champion, so this is where she won the title, and this is where they were going to bring in money because she's known right now over here.
Yeah.
I don't think this is settling. This is just elevating, in my opinion. I think it's just elevating her overall wrestling talent. She's done something only 2 women in wrestling have ever done before because IWGP never really recognized women as a title, so it's kind of a groundbreaking accolade for her. I did see in the crowd, which is very interesting because this happened the same night as Elimination Chamber, which is all the way in Canada. There was some footage of Naomi, Bailey, and Tamina were all in the crowd supporting her. Bailey was wearing like an all like this giant jumpsuit, but it was all like dollar bills and shit.
Oh, money.
Yeah, she was money. Yeah. So money. And also to be known, it's to join her in the ring, because Kyrie gave her like the hands up and pointing at the person approval. Bailey started a Monet chant. Very nice. But also,
nice how they hugged. Aww.
They hugged it out, yes. But also at the end, she was seen posing with, guess who? The Rainmaker, Kazuchika Okada, giving his seal of approval to Mercedes Monet as well. I love how both champions now have this whole thing with money, because he's the Rainmaker and you hear the coin drop whenever he shows up.
Yeah.
And now you have Mercedes Monet as like the CEO of wrestling, which is a great evolution of her character, which we said before, but more power to her. I feel like she is probably the person that's going to go in a Cody Rhodes like run right now and just dominate the indies.
Well, she stays out of AEW. She'll be fine.
I mean, I think what a lot of people want to see now, because this actually never happened really in WWE when they were both in there, Mercedes versus Mickey. Because Mickey's on her way out, and Mickey's the Impact champion, the Knockouts champion.
She needs, next time she loses, she retires.
Yeah.
She's on that Flair run.
Yes.
I wouldn't mind Mercedes Monet retiring Mickey James. That'd be pretty cool.
And her winning the Impact title and kind of just running roughshod like that would be very interesting. Yeah, we'll see how it is. Like, I think that would be a great passing of a torch for Mickey. Because Mickey already has a Hall of Fame career. She doesn't really need to do anything else. At all. But no, congratulations to Mercedes Moné, because I didn't want to leave that out, because it was a big week in sports, especially on Saturday. The XFL came back. You had Elimination Chamber at the cinemas. Mercedes Moné winning the title, which was a foregone conclusion. If anybody saw the writings on the wall, because she just prints money. And the NHL Stadium Series was also happening, all in the same day. Which is nuts.
Saturday was a wild day.
Yeah, there was also like college basketball and the NBA month. Oh, and the NBA All-Star Saturday night was a thing, the dunk contest.
I heard the dunk contest was pretty nanners.
It was. This guy pretty much did a 720 and dunked the ball.
Nice.
Yeah. The most, his name is Matthew McClung. He's a D-League player, and they'd like Philadelphia 76ers signed him to a 2-week contract, and he won the dunk contest.
Amazing.
Yeah, absolutely amazing. It was an amazing Saturday. It was amazing.
I ate Johnny Rockets.
Really? Where?
Yeah. And there's one in Hoboken.
Oh.
Yeah, so Jazz and I went and saw Titanic in 4K 3D at the theater. So before we go to
you saw people die in 4K 3D.
Oh, dude, it's the best. I gotta tell you, man. So we did that for my birthday. But before we go to the movie theater, we always eat Johnny Rockets.
Interesting. That's an interesting call.
Well, because the theater was in, the original theater was in the mall at the Newport Mall in Jersey City.
Okay.
And the theater's also next to the food court.
Okay.
And in the food court was a Johnny Rockets. So we'd always just be like, let's go see a movie and let's eat Johnny Rockets beforehand, because it's right there. It's the best thing in the food court.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of like a thing we do.
I do agree with you, Taquan. Why are we lining the pockets of James Cameron? But that's another topic for another time. Let's move on to again, as Triple H said on the press conference or the presser afterwards, a record-breaking Elimination Chamber for views, gate, so on and so forth. This is probably going to be a trend because I will tell you, Montreal, Canada went knucking futz for WWE this past weekend. And in my opinion, and I was talking to Fretz about this the other day, I was like, how come Montreal's never had a WrestleMania? Because I feel like they're in line for one.
What stadium do they have up there?
Nothing. I think that's the issue.
Hey, that's why.
I don't think they have a stadium since the Expos left and became the Nationals.
Yeah, right. Well, they got to play in the Toronto Sky Dome.
Well, that's in Toronto.
The Toronto? Yeah, good luck with that.
They did it before. The Sky Dome was a great scene.
WrestleMania, though?
Yeah, it's one of the best WrestleManias ever. That was Rock Hogan. That was TLC, too. It's all in the same. Jericho was the champion, and he lost to Triple H, but whatever. It's a good WrestleMania. But yeah, no, if Montreal had like a state-of-the-art 60, 70,000 seat arena, then maybe they would be able to do it, but I don't think Montreal has the infrastructure for it. But be it as it may, Elimination Chamber was off the wall, preempted by everything that happened on Friday at SmackDown. Like, that was a nuts crowd on SmackDown.
Yeah, that was smart, them going to Montreal the night before as well.
Yeah, they just
then Ottawa the night after, the Monday after.
Ottawa the Monday after. Yeah, it was a mini tour of Canada. It was great. So let's get into what we really want to talk about. The man of the weekend, Sami Zayn, became one of the biggest stars in wrestling, if he wasn't already, in an absolute loss that you saw coming a mile away. And everything about this was beautiful, from when they brought back Worlds Apart the night before, to
that 5 minutes of just screaming and chanting.
Yeah, to clearly him ad-libbing the entire thing. to the return of the "fuck you Roman" chants. Beautiful.
They were chanting "fuck you Roman" when he wasn't even out there.
He didn't even show up till the next day.
Yeah, he wasn't there.
Yeah, my God, there's so many things you could say about this. The match itself, unbelievable. Great cinema. Doing a lot with just placement of people. For instance, when Jay showed up, all he did was stand in between Roman and Sami, and that visual was the perfect thing.
Yeah, where's he gonna go?
Yeah. It's very cool. I do have one gripe about this match.
Please.
So
no Cody.
No. No, if I really wanted to piss off the marks, I would say no Cody and like kind of clip that and just put it everywhere.
Why didn't Cody get the fucking save? Why did KO get the save? He's not part of the storyline.
No, I didn't. I loved the double knocking out of the refs. I was like, okay, we're gonna go into uncharted territory. We're really gonna kind of drag this out. I wish KO would have came in for the save during the match.
Oh, okay.
After the match, I was like, what's the point?
Well, the point was so Sami could get a standing O.
I get
right.
it.
You wanna end the show on a happy note with Sami standing in the ring, getting his moment.
I feel like he was gonna get that regardless, and you didn't need KO. Like, I would have loved to see Sami again try his hardest, shenanigans all happening, and then he still loses, and then he's left by himself in the ring.
Yeah.
And then he kind of gets like that Undertaking standing O, like we did at Mania 30.
Yeah, I get that.
It's nitpicky. Like, it was still wildly effective when he hit the Aluva kick and the Blue Thunder Bomb. Those false finishes were absolutely absurd.
Roman just played a great heel, right? Like, he knew exactly what to do. He knew when to shit talk. He knew when to like rub it in his face. He knew to kick out at 2.99999. Like, he did.
Yeah.
He just did everything perfectly. Like, he taunted the crowd, like. And they let the crowd breathe. You know, they just walked around in circles for like 3 minutes to start off the match.
Oh, yeah.
To the point where I was going like, okay, start doing something. But I was like, okay, hold on, though.
Yeah, you gotta wait it out. What I loved about it I love Samantha Irving, or Samantha Taylor, whatever her name is. She was losing her mind screaming Roman's name, which I thought was a great way to piss off all the fans. And I loved how when you look at she was announcing both of them, Roman's like essentially like wafting the belts at Sami's family.
Yeah. Yeah, dude. Sammy kissing his wife was really funny.
I think that was an ad lib by him, and I thought that was brilliant.
Yeah, it was. It was.
Brilliant.
You know, she makes the ring announcer. She makes like 180 grand a year.
What?
Yeah.
What?
Greg Hamilton made 300,000.
Wow.
Yeah.
What are we doing wrong?
You know, the pipes of an angel, dude. I don't know what to tell you. Yeah, the ring announcers make a lot of money. Although when she was in NXT, she made like 17,000 though.
Well, yeah, no, that's your starter job. That's your entry level. Once you get to the main show, you're great.
Yeah.
Damn, that's nuts. But no.
Yeah, WWE pays her on-screen talent very, very well.
Yeah, and
she is technically on-screen talent.
She is. People know who she is.
Who's the other guy? Mike Rome, is that his name?
It's Mike Rome. Yeah.
Mike Rome, he gets piped. I think he gets paid like 300,000.
He's also like a voice actor.
Or 250. Yeah.
He's like a legit voice actor.
I'd love to have that job.
I know. Although it's really dominated by like one woman. She plays a lot of characters. But I also like how Sammy's wife, because I was like, did he tell her everything that was going to happen? But like, she played it up pretty well, going toe to toe with Roman.
Would you tell her?
Well, it wasn't like when freaking Adam Cole got like thrown through a table. He clearly didn't tell Britt Baker. You know.
Yeah, but Britt should know. She's a wrestler.
She acted like she didn't know.
Right, but still, you know what I mean? Like, how do you not? Like, what do you think was gonna happen? You've been put through tables. Like, shut up. But like, yeah, like if I was Sami Zayn, I wouldn't tell her. Fuck it, get the general reaction. It's hilarious. It's a nice rib on your wife.
Yeah, no, she knew or not, she played it up really well. I loved how he went to the whole family. I love how I guess it was like the uncle or the brother like holding the kids back from Roman. Like it was played up really well. I also loved all of if Sammy wins, we riot. There were like
a lot of sides.
5 of them.
Yeah, 3 or 4 or 5 of them.
And then there was one guy.
Rioting. They were left too speechless.
Yeah, that was the best part about it. He lost, and it was like Roman sucked the life out of him.
It is pretty wild, right? Not even booze, right? The crowd was hot all night. The whole. They came out to play from bell to bell, match to match. But once someone got that pinfall, nothing.
Yeah,
Just
they were
silence.
heartbroken.
Like, what'd you think was gonna happen? Fucking idiots.
They were heartbroken. Like they didn't even have any energy left to boo him. And I was joking with my friends. I was like, Roman better because the way that this was leading up to that main event, I thought Roman was legitimately going to have something very horrible happen to him if he stayed around long. I was like, I really hope he has like a getaway car.
That's why he got out of there quick. He just dipped.
He was like, get me the fuck out of here.
Like, yeah, once K with the stunner, he's like, all right, I'm out.
I will say this, Paul Heyman. I love Paul Heyman. Him
Taking
trying
the second worst stunner ever.
Him trying to fight Kevin Owens. I was like,
his bitch slaps were hilarious.
I was like, Paul, you are from Long Island. I know you know how to fight better than this. Like, you're making us look bad, Paul.
I forget how I would have hit. That's how I would have hit KO. Just like that. Just
so bad.
Like playing patty cake with his back.
And then he came on a Raw with a fucking neck brace.
The neck brace. So funny.
Fucking asshole. Fucking asshole. So coming out of this and even leading into this, a lot of people were saying, and we talked about the KO attack too, but a lot of people were saying, wow, it's a great spot by the Usos there. But a lot of people were saying that Sami Zayn himself deserves to be in the WrestleMania main event.
I agree. In the tag team match.
You know, and
I think the tag belts could main event WrestleMania for sure. I do. I don't think that's ridiculous to say at all.
I don't either, because it's not. The tag titles are a thing where, at this point in time, the tag titles are engulfed in the Bloodline storyline. So it's not the tag titles main eventing; it's the Bloodline main eventing.
Yeah, like okay, which match do you care about more? Sami Zayn, Kevin Owens versus the Usos, or Charlotte, Rhea?
Charlotte Rhea I believe will start night 1.
Yeah. So what main event's night 1? Bianca Kana.
I think Bianca Kana will main event night 2. Well, not main event. I will begin night 2.
But this story of begin night 2.
Yeah, begin night 2.
So what would the main event night 1?
No, it's my fault. I said I got it wrong. Charlotte Rhea should start night 1, Bloodline main event night 1.
Yeah, that's what I totally agree. That's what should happen. Like, yeah, you want Sami Zayn to main event at WrestleMania? I agree. But should he go up against Roman again? No. We already had it. He had his moment.
Yeah, he already mentioned it. Like, this is my WrestleMania. Yeah, you got it.
Like they did leave room there for him to weasel his way in, though.
Mm-hmm. You have the whole KO, will they, won't they be friends, and
which is also smart, right? Make him earn it.
Yeah. And they're going to play this up.
Do not forget Sami Zayn kicked him in the dick back in November. Like, we guys going to forget all that?
Yeah.
Okay, I was like, let's go ask Jay for help. Ooh, you speared him. Oops.
Yeah, he not only did he kick him in the dick, he fucking haluva kicked him to win War Games.
Yeah.
To pledge his allegiance to the Bloodline. Too. But to think that Sami is going to supersede Reverend Cody Rhodes for the main event of night 2 of WrestleMania, you are out of your goddamn mind.
I don't want a triple threat. Triple threat is just like...
We had that already. We don't need to do it again with Roman.
That is just like, great. Now Sami's going to eat another pin? Like, no thanks.
Yeah.
Because I think Roman wins, to be honest.
I don't. I think
Roman pins Cody.
It might be only if they want Roman to pass 1,000 days as champion.
Which I do. It's a reason why I do. But also, I think Cody needs to earn it a little more.
I mean, how much more can you earn it after tearing your
he tore
chest.
His quad. And
no,
then
not quad. It's his pec.
His pec. Excuse me, his pec.
Tore his pec.
Yeah, but like the whole point of the story was, right, to go on that year run and then earn the match. Instead, he got hurt, act of God, it happens.
Yeah.
And he came back at Rumble number 30. It's just kind of like...
And survived Gunther chops.
It survived Gunther chops.
Which, where in the hell do you put Gunther at WrestleMania at this point?
Well, they're having a battle royal at a house show to see who's the number 1 contender for it.
Whatever. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Whatever.
What up, Charles?
Hey, Charles.
But yeah, I think Cody just... Then again, dude, it's only a matter of time before we start booing Cody. I'm telling you. It's only a matter of time before we get sick of hearing about Dead Dusty and we boo the fuck out of Cody Rhodes.
Well, in order for that to happen, he has to win the belt. And I do like the story of... That's the reason I came back. I achieved what I got. And it's a year-long story. Like, he called it at the Raw the year before. And I hate to say it, but they're also in the backdrop of Hollywood, because they're not in Hollywood, they're in Compton. It's the easiest Hollywood story you can ever tell. It's the story of the underdog, a guy doing it for his father. It just screams Hollywood ending, Hollywood story. You're in the background of Hollywood. Why not it be Cody?
Yeah, no. If there's any time to pull a trigger, it would be now. But
while he's hot, and he's $1 million right now, and it's one of those things.
I mean, hey man, he is hot, but Roman's still hotter.
I know, but I think that's what makes I think that's what's going to make a great story and a great fight, because I also think these guys know the business so well that they are going to put together a ridiculous main event.
They will. I would not be shocked if Roman kept the titles.
Yeah, it's going to be rough. It's going to be rough. But fact of the matter is, Sami Zayn's not replacing Cody in the main event of main events at WrestleMania. No. It's not happening.
But who does Cody go up against? It's like Cody wins the belt, right?
Okay.
Who's his first feud?
I don't want to say good.
90-minute classic.
Stop it!
God
Stop
damn.
it, Charles! Stop it!
I'll watch it. No, for real though. Cody wins the belts. Who's his first feud? And his second feud? And his third feud?
First feud will be a returning AJ Styles.
Okay, love it.
Okay, second feud after Styles, because we want to do 3, right?
Yep. So AJ's a heel.
AJ's, yeah. Why not? Why the fuck not?
Okay.
You can even, and in this day and age in WWE, you can even tease like, I was a better Bullet Club member than you, or some shit like that. Like that's good. Okay. That's going to come in there somewhere.
Okay.
So I think AJ, and then if you go, I think he gives it to Sami. It might be Sami first, so you can get that out of the way.
Okay. And then they stop booing him.
Maybe. Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
That's a mistake, man. That's a mistake right there.
Yeah, I think at some point he might be like, oh, I'm going to give it to Sami because he did have that moment with Sami. But it also might be, the Raw after Mania kind of moment.
Yeah.
That they give in the match and then some shit happens. But I think AJ's your best bet as your first one. Your second feud after AJ, pending they don't sign anybody crazy, because Jay White is still out there.
Jay White's rumored.
Yeah, Jay White's still rumored. And you don't know what's going to happen with Kenny and the Bucks. So that's also been kind of a weird discussion as well. But I think you stay away from Kenny and the Bucks as long as fucking possible. That's that.
Oh no, sign him. Fuck AEW. Sign him.
His after AJ, I'm trying to think of the roster. Don't give him Bray. Bray's not ready.
Agreed. Do not give him Bray.
I would love to see him and Bobby.
Okay.
I think him and Bobby would be cool. Back and forth. And then no, not Braun Breaker, Frets. You. I should block you from being in the chat at that point. Not Braun Breaker. I think. Okay, so you go from AJ to Bobby. From Bobby, I would love to see by SummerSlam Cody versus Brock.
Okay. All right.
I think that's logical, right? Yeah, because
Okay. No. Let's say Gunther. I agree with Frets. Finn and Gunther would also be pretty cool eventually.
Finn's got to give me a good win at some point.
Yeah, Finn's needs momentum. Finn needs to stop taking L's.
Yeah,
right?
that's my
Finn
issue.
Balor sucks.
We are going to get Finn and Edge at Mania, which cool.
We're gonna talk about that. But okay, let's say Roman keeps the belts.
Let's say Roman keeps the belts, and Gunther
keeps the belts. Who is he feud with?
Gunther.
Yeah.
Really?
I'm thinking storylines here. You can go back to Sami, right? You can go back to Sami.
Okay.
You can
go
back to Seth.
He never really beat Seth.
Exactly. You can go back to Jey Uso.
That's okay. Okay, if you're going to keep the bloodline going, okay.
I know I'm saying you're going back. But those three storylines are way more interesting than other than maybe.
Oh, I totally forgot. Because he should be healed up by then. Randy
can go against either or.
No, I'm going to say if I replace Bobby with Randy.
Bobby with Randy?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's
I could honestly, even still, I think Roman Randy would be better.
Yeah, maybe. Didn't we see Roman Randy?
We might have at one point.
Yeah.
But who hasn't Roman beaten at this point? But still, like there's still meat on the bone for Seth. There's still meat on the bone for Jay. There's still meat on the bone for Sami. Mm-hmm. And that meat on the bone is way more interesting than Cody versus anybody else.
Well, because we know about it. But I think I like fresh and new, and we'll see what Cody can do with the belt.
Fair. Yeah.
I
mean, it is a win-win regardless. I'm happy with both of them as champion. But I still think there's plenty of meat on the bone for Roman as a title reign right now. I think Roman could go another year.
He could,
honestly, if they really wanted to, I think Roman could go another year and then drop to Cody next year if Cody's still hot. But who the fuck knows?
Cody versus Solo, Frets, get out of here. Just don't give me its predictions anymore, Frets. Solo is not getting a title shot. Stop it.
Frets, finish your beer. Come on.
Yeah, it's good. The thing is that there's a lot of freshness that could happen. I'm really intrigued by Cody AJ.
I am too.
I'm really intrigued by Cody AJ.
You did pique my interest with that one.
I am really intrigued by Cody AJ.
Okay, that is a little more interesting than like Roman Jey Uso for sure. But
because you have Cody AJ, because then at that point you clearly will have Anderson and Gallows with him as well.
Yes.
So that's very Marky Bullet Club.
Yes.
Old school versus new school, blah, blah, blah. He can, you killed the original club, blah, 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 all that shit.
And once they start booing Cody, the club turns on AJ, and Cody is as a heel because he has a teardrop tattoo and black hair.
Can you imagine if they did a Bullet Club turn for Cody, and they turn on AJ?
I'm telling you, I cannot wait to boo this man. It is going to be the fucking greatest.
There's too much merch for him to be booed at this moment.
I know we mentioned Christian McLaughlin earlier, my very first co-host. I got to reach out to him and see if he wants to come back on. He is a huge Cody mark.
Is he?
He is a huge Cody mark, and I was a big legacy mark Frets. So I'm gonna text him tomorrow and see if he wants to come on in a few weeks.
Yeah, no, Cody Randy is good too. Like you go AJ Randy to Brock maybe if Brock wants to work with Cody, that would be pretty fun.
I mean, there's money in Brock Cody for sure.
Oh,
So-
yeah. And SummerSlam in Detroit, yeah, there's money in Brock.
So I mean, yeah, you convinced me. Cody definitely has options. I still think Roman has better options in terms of storytelling.
Because Roman's had more stories to tell.
True, and he has more loose ends to tie up.
This is also pending that those loose ends aren't tied up by WrestleMania. I can predict that it might be the end of the bloodline come WrestleMania, and I think that's a good thing for everybody. I also have to compare it to like how long did these big heel factions last? Like how long did the Authority last compared to how long did the bloodline last? Like how long did we go before we actually started to like make a turn?
Well, the NWO lasted like 3 years
The
too
NWO
long.
lasted too long, yeah.
Yeah. The Authority was back and forth, but for
4
they were
years?
on for like 2 or 3 years. They took a little bit of a break for a few months, and they were back for another year or so.
Yeah, so they're getting around that time. I was like, okay, it might be time to like make a pivot. They're really hot.
The Bloodline's it would be 3 years in August. Really? No, it'll be 3 years in September or October.
Something like that. But they're getting around that time.
Yeah.
Where, might be at time to make a turn. And I think Cody's a good time to flip that switch in. But we'll see what happens. We still are 38 days away from Mania, which is knocking futz.
Yeah, we have so much time, dude. So much time for a build. I'm so pumped.
Yeah, I'm so glad. There's nothing in the way. There's no pay-per-views. There's no roadblock. There's none of that dumb shit. Although Roadblock is on NXT next week. But there's nothing in the way, and now you can have the writers write and build and build and build, and this is exactly what you want going into Mania. It's perfect scheduling at this point. But let's move on to other parts in this card. The men's Elimination Chamber match was out of this world, in my opinion, and this is probably the one of the 2 elimination matches where everybody looked like a star.
You got a lot of time too.
Yeah, for what was usually like a cooldown match.
Yeah. They got a lot of time.
They got
about 30, 40 minutes.
They got a crap ton, but everybody looked great.
Everyone did look really good.
They
Gargano
yeah.
had great counters. Montez had the high spot. Bronson Reed had the power spots.
He was a world. They took 3 super kicks to take him out.
Yep, they murdered the fuck out of him.
Damian
That
Priest
reverse
looked
Rhino
good.
spot was really scary.
Oh, the reverse Rhino, yeah, scared the crap out of me.
Austin Theory had the shit heel spots, and Seth got screwed spot.
Yeah.
So everyone looked, like you said, everyone looked good.
And Logan Paul was let into Canada really quickly. Him and his bright ass yellow.
I love Logan Paul. I don't care what anyone says.
I hate to
I'm a fan.
Logan Paul and Seth is going to steal the show at Mania. It's going to
it's gonna be
happen,
great.
and everybody needs to accept it. Everybody really needs to accept that Logan Paul and Seth are going to steal the show at Mania.
Dude, they're gonna tear it down.
Which is gross to say. That Logan Paul is going to do something else again really well.
Dude, it's because Logan Paul is just Seth Rollins. Logan, you know what Logan needs to do? He needs a black streak.
What do you mean? Oh, I was
You know how
like,
Cody has the blonde streak?
I was like a black streak. I was like, what?
Logan needs the black streak in his hair.
Oh, okay.
So because I was thinking, dude, they're the same size. They're the same size.
I think Logan's bigger, but okay.
Logan might be an inch or 2 bigger.
Yeah.
But they have the same body length, and they both have the same wrestling style. They both wear pants in the ring.
I love how every time Logan Paul appears, Hangman Adam Page loses a finishing move.
That's funny.
Hangman Adam Page probably hates himself right now. It's like, God damn it, he does it better than me. Every single time. What is going on with Hangman Adam Page? Oh, Christian's back.
Him and Moxley are still feuding, I think.
Ah, good for them. Christian's on the floor right now in AEW.
Oh, Christian Cage.
Yeah, Christian Cage. Yeah, he got taken out by Jungle Boy because that's going to lead to a match.
Eventually.
Yeah.
He'd see he was injured.
Yeah, but
Apparently Christian Cage is fucking Britt Baker.
Whoa, what?
Apparently Adam Cole and Britt Baker have an open relationship.
I didn't see that coming.
You can believe that if you want, or you can not. I don't know. I don't care. It's just fun to spread the rumors about it. I'm not gonna lie. That's a great rumor to spread, dude. I'm not the first one to make that up, so don't give me credit.
Wow.
But I don't care if it's false. It's fun to say it's true.
Jeez, Christian doing it for the peeps. Let's move along to the other Elimination Chamber, which is the women, which was opened up a show, which is a little bit surprising. They didn't do that bad, but this was the Kana Asuka showcase, as it was designed to be. But there were still some good spots. Carmella's just Carmella, and I think Carmella doesn't get enough credit for has good characterization. But this was the Asuka show, as it should have been.
Sucks.
Liv Morgan did really well in a loss, because that's what Liv Morgan does. Looks good in a
I'm
loss.
so glad she got eliminated second. I was like, yeah, get the fuck out of here.
Nikki Cross probably is the best character out of all of them. I just love how she's just batshit crazy.
She did her high spot, and then Raquel just put her on the floor.
Which is good. I'm glad Raquel actually got to do something positive. She got a great reaction coming out. But they're
Great back.
she does have a great back. She really needs a shirt. Like, they really need to make a shirt for her where there's, like, nothing on the front, but, like, everything on the back.
I don't know why Smiley hates her shoulders. Like, what do you got against her shoulders?
What's the matter
Smiley?
with there's nothing wrong with
I
her
remember last week
shoulders.
she was like, she shows too much back. It's like, we get it. You got muscles. I got shoulder blades. Cool. Like, the pose. I was like,
Yeah.
I like it. It's unique. It's different.
I mean, it got brawn.
It will be looking. Yeah, it'll be great with a title belt. It's good. It looks great with a title belt on her ass.
Yeah, that would be a great look. She flexed it with the title belt behind. I think she did it with the...
That's what she did with the NXT title.
Yeah.
That's what she did.
Yeah, no, it's good. I have a lot of hope for her. They just need to showcase her strength more. So, but it was good. This is a foregone conclusion. We're getting Asuka versus Bianca at WrestleMania. Since we can't get Bianca versus Charlotte, which I think is a giant misstep, but whatever.
It is a giant misstep.
Yeah.
But hey, Rhea needs to rub
She
more
does.
than Bianca.
She does, and we can
So,
hope.
like, I
yeah.
get it, and I still think Rhea loses though.
That would be such a kick in the nuts.
Even though Charlotte loves losing the title.
That's the one thing her and Rick have in common. They do.
Dude,
love
I saw a
Charlotte.
crazy stat the other day. It was like, with Roman Reigns passing 900 days as champion, he passed all of John Cena's title reigns combined. Just nuts. Cena had the belt 16 times. He couldn't reach 1,000 days as champion.
That sounds about right.
That's crazy, dude.
He did back and forth a lot when he was like the top guy.
True. Him and Randy flip-flopped, and him and Edge flip-flopped a little bit too.
Yeah, a lot of his robberies were very back and forth. But no, it was the women's match did what it needed to do for the people that it needed to do it for, especially Raquel, which hopefully will start doing stuff with her and stop letting her fucking smile every single match. Yeah, like it's a good Raquel phase.
I'm here.
Hey guys, look at my back. Look at my back.
My shoulder blades are bigger than my tits.
She's a good basketball player. Apparently, she's really good with carpentry.
Interesting.
She did live in Texas.
What a great skill to have.
Yeah, that is very good. I mean, like, if you look at Bianca makes all of her clothes, which, by the way, the jacket she clearly made for Montez was absolutely amazing.
Yeah, pretty cool.
That jacket was
pretty great.
awesome.
Pretty great. A for effort.
That jacket was absolutely awesome. So no, it's a great skill to have to be a carpenter. Worked for Jesus. Now to what was clearly going to be a match, no match. Brock versus Bobby, which is the most clusterfuck of a match, no match I've ever seen. Like, okay, they had a semi-match and then Brock kicked them in the nuts, but now you have Bray potentially involved. Omos.
What the fuck is Bray Wyatt and Omos doing? Stop playing yourself.
Omos challenged Brock on Monday.
No, MVP challenge on behalf of Omos.
Would you want Omos to speak on behalf of himself?
No, I want Omos to go back to being a ninja.
The giant ninja Omos is great. I love.
I want Omos to go back to Raw Underground.
When he was the doorman.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with this. I don't know if there's issues. Like, why are we not getting Brock Bobby at WrestleMania in Compton?
We are. We're definitely going to. Like, don't fool yourself, Rick. You don't fall for this propaganda.
I usually don't. But I'm just like, why are we?
They got how many weeks left? How many weeks? 4 weeks? Yeah, it's plenty of time.
5?
5? Yeah, plenty of time.
At least 5.
Plenty of time.
Yeah, it's just like, but why? Like, why are you getting Bray involved? Which Bray needs to do something at this point. And Omos.
Do I forget he's in the company?
He just randomly shows up, takes out Hit Row, and then moves on.
He's got no buzz. Bray Wyatt has no buzz.
He's not really wrestling. That's the issue.
Yeah.
Nah, LA Knight. LA Knight needs a spotlight. I love that guy. Good old LA Knight. But yeah, Brock Bobby at Mania better fucking happen because
They do need a gimmick though. to Fretz's point.
What?
The Brock Bobby. At this point, they need a gimmick.
What do you do? What do you do a Brock Bobby gimmick match in the middle of the card? Like, where do you like?
I mean,
what do you
I would love a Hell in a Cell personally. That'd be pretty cool.
You gotta hide. I mean, you can actually hide that cell in SoFi Stadium because you have the big round LED, so you can hide it pretty well.
And that'd be pretty cool. But
Hell in a Cell's a bitch to look at.
Yeah, it's going to suck if you're in the nosebleeds because it's red.
Yeah.
You're gonna be see shit.
No, it should be Fight Pit.
Fight Pit would be cool. It's probably gonna be a steel cage match.
No, it's gotta be a Fight Pit. I think Fight Pit. Well, Fight Pit is a bitch to put together. But it's WrestleMania; they have time. It's gotta be Fight Pit. You gotta have a special guest referee. Because it's WrestleMania. Fight Pit is perfect. Can you imagine Brock and Bobby in a Fight Pit where they kind of have to shoot on each other, but they kind of have to like remain in control? Take all my money.
Yeah. That sounds like fun.
Yeah. No fun for the rep. Like, I want DC to be in there to be the rep so he can just get his ass beat by two people that are much bigger than him.
I don't. I do not at all. I'd rather have Teddy Long.
Why would you do that to Teddy?
Teddy Long used to be a ref.
Not like that. No, fuck it. Put in Herb Dean. Like, let's make it real.
Yeah,
Put in Herb.
Big John McCarthy, dude.
You mean the guy with the giant stash?
Yeah, the goatee.
Yeah, no, isn't the one?
Yeah, big John McCarthy.
Yeah. I'm making totally a faux UFC thing. I'm all for it.
You know what they gotta do? They gotta do that Dana White slap contest thing. It's when they slap each other at WrestleMania.
Could you imagine? That's what Brock Bobby comes down to do a slap.
Dude, whoever slaps first wins. That's just back to life, dude.
Oh, the Power Slap League. Oh my god. It's so bad. It's so bad. It's so entertaining. Like, ooh, what's gonna happen? Yeah, you're gonna knock somebody out eventually. Oh my god.
Somebody's gonna get their ass kicked.
There you go. Mark Henry's the ref of the Fight Pit. So good. And then, of course, because they had to give Canada something, Beth and Edge won.
Yay.
Which is good. Which is good. It was fine. It was a good match. It was an entertaining match. Judgment Day takes another loss again. If it wasn't for Dominic, Judgment Day would be in the hole.
Dude, they already are in the hole, even with Dominic. I mean, Dominic is great.
No,
but
Dominic
suck.
Rhea's great. I love how they're kind of trying to separate Rhea right now, which is fine. I did also like that Beth and Edge clearly hit the Shatter Machine.
Yeah.
I was like, huh, that's interesting. But then you realize that one of the members of FTR helped train Edge to come back when you watch the doc. So I guess that had to be an homage to him.
Well, who else uses the Shatter Machine?
Just FTR.
Throughout history? Anybody? No, anyone else throughout history? Or are they the first ones?
Just FTR.
Interesting.
Yeah. GYV, or the Schism, as they're part of now, hit something that looked like the Shatter Machine, but it's not. It was called, like, Ticket to Mayhem. It's a Shatter Machine-like variant, but it's not the Shatter Machine.
Interesting.
Yeah, so FTR literally just is the only one that hits a Shatter Machine. They hit it kind of clean, too. Like, it looked really good. But it was a good match. It was a good little match. Edge is clearly...
The fuck you Dom chants are pretty great, too. Fuck you, Dominic.
You know what's my favorite thing of Elimination Chamber? Outside of that, is... Did you see the guy who was on the hard cam who kept up holding up a sign, Chicken Soup Blocky Pita?
Yes! 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 I was just like, I love this guy. What restaurant he owns, and I hope he gets business.
I don't like. I bet you the people like in the freaking in the broadcast like truck were trying to be like, who the fuck is this guy?
What? They were googling it. Is this offensive? No. Leave it up. Leave it up.
I wonder how many people ordered Chicken Soup Blocky Pita.
God, I don't want one now.
I don't even know if I've ever had it. It was so good. But Elimination Chamber was pretty freaking wild. Apparently, Fred says it's really good. Also, Fred, before we get going, because we're pretty much at the end of our show this week, because there wasn't really much to talk about, to be completely honest with you, outside Elimination Chamber and the build. Does anybody have any idea what this AEW comment is? Because we still haven't heard anything. Tony Khan hasn't made this announcement. It's the only thing I'm holding on to the show for at the moment because we've really talked about everything. Besides, the build to WrestleMania has been absolutely fucking fantastic.
I believe we got 3 sharpshooters.
Which is surprisingly low. I would have taken the over on that.
Yeah, well, I also would have taken the over.
Yeah, I would have taken the over because Natty pulled a sharpshooter because Natty has to do a sharpshooter. And then Edge did one, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
No, Edge did the execution.
He did the execution.
Beth Phoenix did it.
Beth did it.
Beth did it twice, I think.
That is the one thing that we were missing from the main event. I wanted Roman to hit a sharpshooter on Sami.
Yeah.
That would have been brilliant.
Roman doesn't use his submission anymore. The headlock, whatever it is.
Oh, it was a guillotine headlock.
The guillotine. He doesn't use it anymore.
No, that would have been a fun one to pull out for Sami, but I would have loved him to pull a sharpshooter first.
Yeah.
That would have been
the
amazing.
finish for Sami was good because it was a long 3 count with the original ref.
Yeah, no, it was good. Like I said, it was a good shenanigans were pulled, especially because I didn't see it coming because it didn't have Little Nates. Usually, if Charles Robinson is in the match, you're like, oh, shit's going down.
It's gonna happen.
But they didn't bring him in at all. Still saying they should have Montreal school dropped Sami in Montreal. Would have made him by night.
It would have been the most polite riot ever, but still would have been a riot.
Well, Fretz was telling me about how crazy they are that the Montreal Canadiens in hockey, I guess, went to the playoffs for the first time in a while, and they won game 1, and they like tore down half the city.
Game 1, guys, come on.
Down.
And they lost in 5.
Oh my god, you Canadians are cooking. Okay, so there's no Tony Khan stuff. We're clearly doing yes chance, so Brian Danielson is coming out to talk about something. So yeah, we're just gonna go and we're gonna figure out what the hell the announcement is later on. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Oh yeah, if you guys have seen, to be fair, we went on a good run that year. Stop it, Freds. You never celebrate game 1. Everybody knows this in sports. you never celebrate game 1. My God, were you guys that ridden of a good team in Montreal?
That depraved. They get an over the pants hand job and like run for the fair.
Even the Mets don't celebrate game 1, and they're the Mets.
Well, they don't win game 1. That's why.
That's also true. It's also true. No matter how much money they pull into that team, they always find a way to fuck it up.
Wait, I wonder who's going to lose game 1 this year, Verlander or Scherzer.
Scherzer will be hurt before it'll be Verlander.
Yeah, fact. You see DeGrom's already hurt?
Isn't he on a new team?
Yeah, he's on the Rangers. He's already hurt.
Oh my God, that brings a tear to
I saw him email. It was like, here's a photo of Greg Maddux talking to DeGrom about how they got the same amount of innings pitched this season.
Oh my God! All right, I can joke about the Mets, though. We can do that on post. But before we do leave, I do want to mention that we are going to be bringing in a lot more content to our YouTube pages. Obviously, as you have seen, War Room is coming back, or War Room is going to be reimagined. I'm reimagining Tip of the Crown again for the Kings of the Rings YouTube, exclusively on the Kings of the Rings YouTube, and also for your probably liking too. Well, as you probably saw in the Discord already, I am bringing back Watch the Throne.
It did.
Yes.
That should be exciting.
Yes, I'm going to bring back Watch the Throne. I'm there to break the hearts of all marks almost every time that it comes out with a new episode. And I'm probably going to elaborate on why Sami Zayn shouldn't be the main event of WrestleMania.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that one.
Yeah, it's going to be good. I'm trying to design it like kind of like a Daily Show monologue. That's my idea for right now. And I've set it up that way too, so it'll have its own little flair and stuff, and maybe when we get off air, I'll show you it after the post show, what I've designed in my boredom over the weekend.
Cool, man.
Thank God for 3-Day Weekends. But until then, folks, let's get out of here. Let's go on the post show.
Thanks on that.
Ladies and gentlemen, you have been listening to Kings of the Rings podcast, episode number 329, Church Tabernacle. I'm your host, King Ricky Rose. You can formerly find me at Ambassador Biggs across all social media outlets whenever I return to social media, which is no time fucking soon. Find Kings of the Rings podcast at KOTR _podcast all over all of our social media. Like, share, subscribe, including liking this video. Leave us 5-star reviews. This really helps us out with the algorithm. And if you're listening to us, make sure you're listening to us wherever you get all of your podcast shows from by subscribing to Wrestle Addict Radio, the cure for the common wrestling podcast, and follow Wrestle Addict Radio's social media at Addict_Wrestle on Twitter and Wrestle Addict Radio everywhere else. The links to all of our stuff are in the description below wherever you're listening to us or you are watching us, including links to some of our awesome merchandise that we have, which is going to be a growing store as more merch becomes available for us. So please do check that out and help support us and our brand and Wrestle Addict Radio by purchasing some excellent merch. Will Tarashuk.
What's up, guys? My name is Will Tarashuk. Stephen Thomas, A-R-A-S-H-U-K. All my shenanigans are the exact same. Talking with Tarashuk podcast, anywhere podcasts can be found, or the podcast playlist where podcasts can be found. If you like sports, sports actually is all caught up, so new sports content's going to come in March.
Ooh.
Actually, when I bring back Alan Schoenberg and Mike Wilkins, who are two friends. So the three of us are going to go in studio, do a panel discussion, and preview the baseball season. That's going to be a lot of fun.
Oh, boy.
Ricky, they're White Sox and Tigers fans, so they're just hopeless.
Wow.
Yeah,
Jesus.
that's gonna be a good time because baseball is back. So look for that opening week of the MLB season in early April. Other than that, a lot of fun stuff coming my way. I dropped an episode this morning on with a U.S. veteran talking about his work with the VA and helping veterans. Rick, you might actually like that one. There's a lot of mental health issues of veterans and all that.
Yeah,
fun stuff.
there's a ton of mental health issues with veterans, and the VA is kind of not always the greatest thing in the world. Anywho, folks, when we come back next week, we'll be previewing AEW Revolution, because hopefully they'll have a card by then, as MJF is pontificating on the mic as we speak, and hopefully we'll have a special guest, but it's unconfirmed yet, but I will be reaching out to somebody. So until next week, folks, goodbye, good night. We'll see you soon, and we'll see you on the post show if you're going to stay with us here on this live stream. And one of the people we won't be reaching out to about AEW is clearly Slack, because Slack has had enough wrestling in his home country. He doesn't need to be on the show to talk about it anymore. Fuck you, Slack. We'll see you next week. There was one good sign that's up here on our post show, our Tip of the Crown post show, where it says if Roman wins, we all exit.
I saw that. We exit in a calm and orderly fashion.
Oh, so good. The Tip of the Crowns are really good this year, like the meme of fucking Montez being Spider-Man.
Yeah.
It's a Macho Man. No, all right, so what's this crazy story about South by Southwest that you wanted to tell me about?
So, Jazz is trying to be a moderator at a panel, and she connected this guy, and she actually can do it.
Has she ever moderated a discussion before?
Maybe. That's a good question. But, she's trying to get into
it's
BC.
a big task to do.
Well, I'm sure they prepare you, right?
Yeah.
But it's something she's knowledgeable about, like personal finance and stuff.
Okay, well, moderation isn't. I mean, being a moderator isn't about being being knowledgeable. It's about being able to
asking the questions
and being able to give everybody equal amount of time.
Well, it's also follow-up questions.
Yeah, that too. Yeah.
Right. And then so that's where knowledge comes in. So she actually, I think, can do it. She got approved to do it. She just needs to get approval from her job.
Yeah.
Because it's not a conflict of interest. Because she needs to get approval because fucking conflict of interests aren't real.
Yeah.
So she was just like, "Do you want me to see if I can get you in there?" And I was just like, "As a podcaster," I was like, "Sure." Got nothing to lose.
Why the fuck not?
So she reached out to her contact. Gave my profile. Founder of Fingers Podcast Solutions. 8 years podcasting, live streaming expert, and producer of Trade Talks for my 9-to-5 job. So
it's a good little profile, live streaming expert. I like that.
I am a live streaming expert. That's a fact.
Well, yeah, because you have to do with Trade Talks.
Yes, and it's a pain in the ass.
I bet it is.
I mean, it's not. It's just so many steps for no reason because these platforms are just ridiculous. But anyway, So I heard back from him. He was like, "Yeah, I got 2 panels for you. You could possibly do." So I go to work today and I ask, "I was like, hey, like, is this something? One, am I allowed to do this? Any conflicts of interest?" And Jill goes, "Yes, you can, but you cannot be affiliated with the company. So like, I would need to go as an individual."
Why can't you be affiliated with the company?
Because they have no business interest in going there.
Okay.
So I can't go as representative of the company.
So you would just be essentially a freelancer.
Exactly. Like, even as I'm a contractor, I can't use the fact that I work for the company
As the clout to get you in.
As a clout to get me in because they're not involved.
Okay, that makes sense.
Which, yeah, no, I'm not going to argue with them on that one.
Yeah.
I totally, that makes total sense. Yeah,
Yeah.
you don't want me profiting. To be honest, I didn't want to use their name anyway.
Yeah.
I want them to fly me out there.
Also understandable.
So I was like, but she was like, "You can go. I'm not saying you can't go. It has to be on your own dime, and you cannot use us in any way, shape, or form."
Yikes.
So I looked at flights and hotels, and it would cost me. And I'm not getting paid for the moderation, right? It's just out of my own time.
Oh, really? There's no monetary.
Right. It's no monetary thing. It's just exposure.
Okay.
Which totally fucking worth it, dude. I can put it on.
Oh yeah,
resume.
no. It'll be worth
I
it.
moderated 2 podcast panels at South by Southwest. Yeah, I would do it.
Better get that business card ready.
Flights are like very expensive. I mean, it's too expensive. I can't afford it.
It's because of the date and time.
It's South by Southwest is a weekend too.
Yeah, and do you know how much traffic they get at South by Southwest? You know how many big names go to South by Southwest?
Everybody.
Yeah.
everybody. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
if you were able to do it, that'd been great. But it's
yeah. I mean, I can do it. I just can't afford it.
yeah. That's what I mean. What were the 2
Like,
options?
I would fly out. What were the panels?
Yeah, what were the options they were giving you?
Let me pull up the email. The future of content development.
Okay.
And a likely podcast spot. I don't know if that's an actual podcast recording or I guess a panel on podcasting. But the future of content development, I think, is pretty interesting.
Yeah.
How are people gonna just develop content? With like, I'm assuming it's probably like the angle would be like with Web3 and AI and ChatGPT and I guess just the future idea of like strategy behind content, which I could speak on, but I can also ask good questions on.
Yeah. Oh, so Taquan wants to know if he can fly you out to Florida. I know you hate going there.
Yeah. Well, can you? Yeah, sure. I'll fly to Florida. I'll hang out with you for a weekend. Let's get fucked up. Just don't let me cheat on my girlfriend.
You know, that's Taquan's whole goal.
Taquan, I'll film you. How about that? I'll film it. Okay, I can be a cuck for you. It's fine.
I'll film it.
I'll film it. It's like, is it a cuck if I film and don't get involved? Is that what a cuck is?
No.
I know a cuck would be if he had intercourse with my significant other and I just watched.
If you film, I mean, filming still watching because you still have to watch.
I know, but I mean, if I filmed it, right, or if I didn't get involved but got involved, if you catch my drift, that's what a cuck is.
Yeah.
But like, is it a cuck if I watch you fuck your girlfriend?
No, I think that's just voyeur. I mean, I feel like overall,
no, I mean, but like they let you, like you're in the room, like they know I'm there
that's
too.
That's still a form of voyeurism.
Voyeurism. I thought voyeurism is it's like you're a peeping tom and you're snooping.
No, that's just a peeping tom and stalkering. No, voyeurism is you just like to watch.
Oh,
yeah,
interesting.
That's all. It's just you like to watch. You get aroused by watching. Voyeurism, and there's exhibitionism, which is doing it in non-traditional places.
Taquan, you cannot eat me out. You cannot eat me out. I have hemorrhoids, so have fun with that.
Ooh, that sucks.
Yeah, dude, I've had hemorrhoids for a while.
That stinks. Yes, you're right. Correct. That is voyeurism.
Yeah. So if I had like an extra $4,000 lying around, I would totally go. Dude,
the amount of people you can legitimately bump into would be absurd.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if Jazz can go, she's probably still gonna go because she has savings. I mean, I have savings, but that would pretty much deplete a lot of it.
Yeah.
So I mean, I do get a security deposit back in like a week or two, so I could do it. It's just I don't. It's not worth.
It's a great opportunity, but at what cost, and how much you're going to be in the hole from it afterwards.
Yeah. Hi.
Hey.
What's up?
Tell we'll be done soon.
Huh? I already did. I told him I couldn't do it. I said I couldn't do it, not you. Okay.
Did you take out the trash today?
Actually, no. I took the trash on Monday.
There you go.
So, yeah. Oh, let me edit this. Let me edit the show.
While you're here, right? You know.
I do that.
Yeah. By the way, I was looking at AEW for a little bit. Brian and MJF got into a little scuffle where security had to, tear them apart from.
Never seen that before.
Yeah. Right.
First. I think Austin did that once.
I think Brock and Taker did it too.
You see, I saw Mike Tyson was just like, man, I'd rather back to WWE, even though AEW pays more. And I was just like, whoa, Iron Mike. Way to be honest. I love you.
I love Iron Mike.
He's like, man, AEW's fun, but he's like, AEW pays more, but WWE's just better.
Jesus Christ. Oh, man.
Let me make sure I didn't have any
Some person just said, you know what? I miss Krispy Kreme up in New York, man.
Yo, Krispy Kreme. There was one like a block or two from Jazz's old apartment, and it was.
That's.
It was one of the factories too. So they
it's one where you can watch it.
Make it.
Yeah,
you can watch and make it.
Yeah. It's great. So Fred is saying MJF mentioned that Brian's kids by name and told camera exactly what he'd do to him in gross detail. It was awesome. That whole sentence both of those sentences shouldn't be allowed as part of commentary for you, friends. And by the way, Taquan, what did you just try? Because I feel like that's an innuendo for something.
Oh, it is. I don't even know what we're talking about, but it is.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I hope it was enjoyable for you. Oh, you tried a lox. Oh, okay. A bagel with lox. Okay. Okay, that makes more sense. You got to speak a little bit New Yorker for me. You can't tell me it's a salmon bagel. Say bagel with lox, damn it. So somebody knows what you're talking about.
No, I know what you mean by salmon bagel. Yeah, I understand. I'm normal.
Whatever. No.
I actually had salmon for dinner tonight. It was delicious.
I had salmon. I finished my salmon for this week. Ooh, who hit me up? But no, Taquan, have you ever been to New York so you can get like a real bagel?
Dude, I'm not gonna lie. I was one of those. I'm sorry. I was one of those people who totally believed that bagels tasted the same everywhere. And, yeah, no, you are 100% right to laugh right in my face because it is such a falsehood. Like I ate a bagel, dude. I shit you not. I ate a bagel in the Las Vegas airport. I texted my friends to apologize. I'm not even kidding. Like I like to exaggerate and bullshit on the show. That is 100% true story. I texted my group chat. I was like, guys, I was wrong, and I apologize to you personally from the bottom of my heart. This bagel tastes like rubber.
What type of bagel did you order? Was this a plain bagel?
There's just a plain bagel and cream cheese. Like, how do you fuck that up? Like, it wasn't even toasted, dude. Like, like New York bagels, it's toasted, it's a little bit of brown on the edges, it's perfect, crispy. Nothing. Might as well. I think they put it in the microwave and said, "Here, come on it."
That's a shame. That is a fucking shame. Yeah, Taquan, you need to come up to New York. If you come up to New York and Will and I are still in the area, pending neither of us has moved anywhere or moved on with life, we'll take you around. You'll get bagels, you'll get pizza. Hell, we'll find a way to smuggle it back to Florida for you too, because I know you're going to be deprived afterwards. But it does bring me to a point. Will, what is your perfect bagel? Because I know what mine is.
Yeah, I'm very simple. I like sausage, egg, and cheese.
No, I mean not bagel sandwich, but like if you're
like type of bagel.
Yeah, if you're choosing a bagel, like what is the perfect bagel for you? You can add like whatever type of condiment on it.
I like the was it the egg bagel, the really yellow one?
Ah, yes, the egg.
Egg bagels are delicious. Like, was it they have potato bagels too? It's like potato.
I
whatever.
think there's potato bagels, man.
Like potato bagels. I'm a big fan of cinnamon raisin.
Oh, cinnamon raisin's the bomb.
Yeah, and Hoboken has the French toast bagels.
Wow.
Dude, the French toast bagels. It's just an egg bagel with a shit ton of sugar on it. it's really good. This Hoboken has so many bagel places. They got O Bagel, which is like the best bagel place in Jersey.
Yeah.
And then they got JP's Bagel down by the path, which is also delicious. And there's like 8th Street Bagel, which is also really good.
Yeah. My go-to is, I should have said, what's your go-to bagel? My bagel is the egg everything.
Ooh, I can't do
everything
the
is
everythings. I can't do everything because of the seeds.
Poppy seeds, yeah.
Yeah, I can't do the everything bagel. But if you're doing cream cheese, I go with chives.
Okay. I hope you
I probably can't eat the chives either, but
but it's worth the risk.
It is. It's little. It's fine.
Yeah, I know. At one of my jobs, we used to hold like monthly meetings, and it was and because we were spearheading. My department was spearheading a committee, and so every month we had a rotation of committee members who were required to buy bagels for the entire meeting.
Oh. You know what, dude? I'd be that guy and just buy a bunch of onion bagels because onion bagels are very underappreciated for being delicious.
Listen, and like it got to a point where everybody had their preference of bagels. So you had to get specific amounts of each kind. Like my boss at the time.
That makes sense.
My boss at the time, who was the head of the committee, really loved salt bagels, and I'm like, you're weird, but whatever. So we had to have a salt bagel in there at all times.
I'm not gonna. If you do like a good sausage, egg, and cheese on an onion bagel, okay, it's great.
I see that.
With some hot sauce. You can do ketchup if you want, if you're weird.
Yeah. So is the best part about, since my department ran this, so like people would come in and they'd bring in bagels. We'd have OJ. We'd have all the different types of condiments, like cheese, lox, strawberry cream cheese was there as well. Mm-hmm. Like great stuff. But at the end of the meeting, because the meeting would run for like 3 fucking hours. It was like took out half a day. My department would keep the rest of the bagels, which was great. So like I always got to take home extra bagels with me. It's like one.
Yeah, dude. The thing is, like bagels, they can go a little stale, but
yeah. But if you eat them right away,
or if you steal the bag, there's ways you can preserve bagels a little bit.
Yeah.
But even if it's like a day old, it still tastes good.
Oh yeah, no, it can work. So, Taquan is saying salt bagel at that point. Order a pretzel. You are correct, Fretz. You are absolutely correct. Taquan says, "Hear me out. Bacon, egg, and cheese on a blueberry bagel. Not my first choice, but I could give that a shot."
I'm not gonna lie. I gotta experiment a little more. Experiment a little more on my cream cheeses.
Strawberry cream cheese is a godsend.
I don't like strawberry anything though.
Fair.
It's like strawberry and mint. I don't like.
I like strawberry and I like mint.
Although, do you know the Starbucks pink drink?
Yeah.
So Jazz makes them at home, but she uses a different juice.
You want pink drink? We got pink drink at home. Pink drink at home.
No, I'm serious.
No, get it.
Drink she makes is delicious. It's cranberry, like it's a white cranberry strawberry juice.
Okay.
With the coconut milk.
Ooh, all right.
It's sweet and it's delicious.
Yeah.
It's not as sugary.
Okay, that's good. Fretz, no, we did not say mint cream cheese. Will is saying he just doesn't like mint flavored things.
Yeah, I only like my toothpaste being minty.
That's got to be a rough experience every morning.
It's not easy. I have to put up with it.
Yeah, no. My big experiment now. I bought a bunch of spices because BJ's membership. So I was like, let's go fucking nuts.
Yeah, I got the kibosh on that. We do Amazon Fresh though.
Oh, you got the kibosh on the BJ's membership? What?
Yeah, she didn't. I don't know why, man. It's just like she didn't see the value in it.
When you see how much you get for your value, you'll understand.
Yeah, it's just like you can get like chips and snacks in bulk. She's just like, you tell me not to eat snacks. I'm just like, I was trying to convince you.
That's a shame. Well, at least I tried. Whatever, it's worth a shot.
A for effort.
Yeah.
I mean, because what do you really buy in bulk other than I guess canned goods or?
Depends on which. I mean,
like meats, vegetables, like actual
vegetables.
Dinner foods.
Vegetables, I got a lot in bulk.
It's like a lot of canned vegetables or frozen vegetables.
But it wasn't just that. Like it's pretty much like BJ's a one-stop shop. Like I bought 5 boxes of toothpaste because it was in a pack.
That's true. Like toilet paper too.
Yeah, all you can buy all
Dude,
that shit.
I literally went to CVS today because I had to buy eggs, like cheese, like
That
cottage
was my
cheese.
big thing. I bought 4 dozen eggs for like $16, and that's like a fucking
Yeah,
steal.
I bought eggs, cheese, paper towels, toilet paper, and a Gatorade. $50.
Jesus.
The paper towels are $20. I couldn't fucking believe it.
What? At CVS?
Yeah. I mean, it was like a big thing. It was like maybe 8 of them, 8 or 10 of them.
Okay.
But still,
Yeah, that's a lot.
highway robbery.
Yeah. Yeah, that's why I've learned to just let me just buy in bulk and get the shit over with.
But I did love Fresh Direct. Fresh Direct, like the food comes like the next day, free shipping if you pay the extra for like a year.
Yeah.
And like you can do next day delivery, and no matter what you order, it's free shipping. And
Ooh.
the food was quality, it was delicious. The wings were really good, the chicken was really good, the lamb was really good.
Yeah.
But it is a little more pricey. Amazon Fresh is essentially pretty much the same. I think the food might be not as good, but we did do pork tenderloin that last night.
Yeah.
And it was fucking, oh, you're gonna have to season it. You just take it out of the package and throw it in the oven for like 45 minutes.
Wow, yeah. Me and the air fryer have been good friends. I've been air frying like a madman. But...
We haven't used that. We haven't used ours yet.
What? How big
Yeah.
is it?
It's about like yay big.
Like ounces. What's the holding size?
I don't know.
Oh, okay.
I've never used one, but
Oh, it'll change your life. Trust me.
I know. That's what I've heard. I've heard from everybody, including Jazz. She haven't busted it out yet. Well, you know what it is? Like we don't have counter space like at all.
Oh, so you have to switch everything out.
Yes. So we haven't plugged in a microwave yet. But we want to get like a little extra shelf for
Okay.
counter space. We're gonna put it on that. We just haven't bought it yet. So that's the problem there.
Okay.
It's just sitting in our closet because it's not plugged in yet because we have no counter space.
Yeah, it's become a thing of mine since I get Butcher Box too every year, which I just switched up. I'm getting ranch steak next month, but I just make brunch for myself every weekend. So I just do steak and eggs every weekend of the month, and it's great. And like Taquan said, he had 2 ribeyes, 10 minutes for medium rare.
Yeah, perfect.
It's great. It's absolutely fantastic.
Well, Jazz is a heathen and does well done steak.
Ugh. What? I mean, I understand if like you're a child and you don't know any better, but she's not a child anymore.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, it's I want to slap her every single time.
Why are you doing that?
It's like I'm offended. I'm the only one eating it.
Can she make like medium rare and medium steak, or does she just know how to make well done?
I mean, she can.
Okay,
right?
because there's
Well,
like
we haven't done steak yet.
It's a good one for the air fryer to do because
Yeah,
it's real quick.
Yeah, it's easy.
You preheat it and then just put it in, and then you just remember to flip it over halfway through.
I'm sure she could. Actually, we're going to a steakhouse on Saturday for my grandmother's birthday.
Ooh.
So we're going to Arthur's Steakhouse, which is really, really good. Their steak is really good, and their food's really good. So I'm excited for that. I can't wait to look on their face when she orders a well done steak again. Because last year she did that.
Can you take a picture? Can like sneak a picture?
I'll try. If we take the order, make it this on camera. Believe me.
You'll go viral real quick.
Here's the thing. In all honesty, I don't care that people get well done steak. It's just fun to make fun of them for doing it. I mean, if we're being honest.
Yeah.
Same thing with pineapple on pizza, right? People don't really hate it. It's just fun to make fun of.
It is fun to make fun of. I will say, but Aussie pizza when I was in Australia years ago in a land before time, which is what Australia is usually called, a land before time. If you've ever seen any of the videos, the scrambled eggs on pizza is absolutely amazing.
Dude, I can't believe I never thought of that. It sounds incredible.
It is incredible. It is absolutely incredible. It's so fucking good.
I love scrambled eggs. I'm a sucker for. I like eggs. I'll eat any kind of egg. I don't make great omelets. I'm really not good at sunny side up or over easy. I can make a mean scrambled egg though. Just swirl it in a pan, baby. Like a little runny.
A little runny, okay.
A little runny.
Okay.
I don't like them hard. A little runny.
Okay.
For scrambled. A little moist.
I can make an omelet. Like, I watched people make omelets for me in college enough, but I was like, I know how to do this.
It's just the fold.
It's
the fold
the
is
fold.
hard.
You got to have the right pan for it to fold.
Yes, correct.
Your cooking pan has to be able to do that. And my cooking utensils are actually pretty good. That like if I don't like if I put the yolk and everything in, and I just lay it there, like if I just flip it over, it will be an omelet real quickly. So I just haven't done it yet because I just like I've made omelets before, but omelets are work. I'm sorry, like it's a lot of work. Just scramble my eggs and let's get this over with.
Yeah.
But like if you know how to make an omelet, there's nothing like a meat omelet though. Omelets are fantastic. IHOP used to have some great fucking omelets.
IHOP has great food.
I haven't gone to IHOP in a minute. Those pancakes, man.
Well, you're on Long Island, dude. You have better diners, right? I understand why you don't go to IHOP.
No, I
you
used to go to
have
IHOP
the diners.
religiously after church, ironically enough, because there's an IHOP right next to church. But like,
Of course, it's church.
yeah, I mean, it is. It's true.
Is it a Lutheran church?
Yeah, so is a Lutheran church, actually.
Of course it's a Lutheran church.
Yes, it's a Lutheran church.
You black bastard.
I went to Lutheran schools until college.
That's funny. Yeah, Jared always told me he was going to take me to a black church one day, and I'm just waiting. I'd love to go to black church. I bet it looks like so much fun.
They'll be very nice to you. You'll get a lot of bless your hearts.
Yeah, of course. This old lady's blessing my heart. That's what a growing boy needs.
It's not about the service. The service will be what it'll be. If you've ever been to any church service, it's more theatrical. There's a lot of more.
Yeah, I just want to sing and clap. That's all I want to do.
Yeah, it'll be a very joyous occasion. It's about everything that happens after churches. That's when everybody goes to eat.
That's where the business
That's
happens.
that's where the fun part.
That's where
is.
deals get made.
Pretty much. In France, it's not black church. You have to. There's no such thing as a black church. You have to talk about the denomination.
Yeah,
you can't
right.
say black church, friends.
Yeah, black. I don't know if you know this, but black isn't religion. That's why I asked if it's Lutheran. Yeah. Fred, you were almost a priest. I thought you would know this.
It's not black church. It's okay, friends. It's nothing against you. I've never heard someone say, "Yeah, let's go to black church." That sounds like the beginning of a great comedy bit. To be honest with you.
So dude, I had wedding crashers, black church crashers. If I went by myself, would they let me in?
Yeah.
Or do I need to be accompanied by a black person?
No, it's church. No, you can just go in. They might ask, "What are you doing here?" They might think,
"Excuse me, son. I think you're lost."
They might think you're lost. Yeah, that happens a lot. When you want to hear a funny story?
Please.
This is what happened. So this is back when I was in grad school, and I blacked out for my 25th birthday, which seems like it was a long time ago, because it was. So I blacked out. My friends ended up taking me home. Long story short, blah, blah, blah. I wake up, and my car is still wherever.
Wherever.
Yeah. It was by McKeep's.
Of course.
Essentially where it was. And my friend Tanya, who was a deefer at the time, was one of the people that we got into her car, and no, Tanya was with us. We got into my friend Joe's car, which I projectile vomited all over later on. Yeah, whatever. I told him to pull over and to wait because I wasn't ready to leave the car because I had to puke, and they didn't listen. But whatever.
That's on them.
Yeah.
No, you're right. That's on them.
And listen, I was blacked out, but I knew what my body was telling me. So, be that as it may, Tanya ends up coming to get me to go back to my car, and she's like, "I'm outside." I'm like, "Hold on." And she's like, "Some lady came up to me and she just looked at me. She asked me if I was lost." And I was like, "Yeah, it's because you're a pasty-faced white chick in the middle of Hempstead. I'll be out in a second." just stay right there.
Lost.
Literally, like, it's not that we'll give you looks because we think you're lost. That's all.
At least that's so she was in danger.
No, we just think you're lost. That's all. We just want to be like, do you need to go somewhere? Like, did you take a wrong turn? We're not here to do anything bad. We want to help you. Want to help you get to your destination. Excuse me, mister, you lost? Yeah, it's black church, but now it's Baptist. I forgot the denomination. I'm sorry. I doubt there are Canadian Baptist denominations up there. I could be wrong.
Yeah, they're probably few and far between if they are.
I could be completely wrong. But atheist Saquon, I'm not surprised by that. We just went on a whirlwind. We were talking about bagels.
You're an atheist? Shut up. You don't know.
There's a big philosophical discussion. It's called Pascal's Wager, which talks about whether or not someone should be an atheist or not.
Be agnostic like an adult.
Wait, Fretch, you're telling me you interned at a Baptist church for 2 years and you still called it Black Church? Jesus.
Wow, Fred. I thought more of you, man. My mistake.
Oh, hey, Jeff Jarrett's wrestling on TV. Why?
Oh, no wonder the ratings are under 1 million.
It's Jeff Jarrett, looks like Jay Lethal, and I don't know who else. It looks like ROH.
Yeah, I guess TK is coming out of the closet, so he's going to be main eventing.
Could you imagine if TK has this whole big purchase and then Shane McMahon comes out of nowhere and he's like, actually, I bought it. It's Trent. Oh, Trent Beretta? It is Trent. My fault.
Did you see this Bleacher Report poll? Who's wrestling's ultimate heel? It's just a picture of Roman Reigns and MJF.
No, the ultimate heel is Mr. McMahon.
No, I mean it means currently.
Oh, currently? Oh, Roman Reigns.
Yeah, he won handedly.
MJF's not a heel. We like MJF. We also like Roman, but it's different now. MJF doesn't get fuck you MJF chance.
That's fair.
Okay, there's a huge difference. But I will say, for his time, Eric Bischoff was a brilliant heel.
Mm.
Oh yeah, that's true, Charles. I did forget to tell you about that, Will. You will get fed after the service, although the service runs really long, and so you won't eat till like 4 p.m.
Jesus. Oh, Sonya Deville got engaged.
Oh, really? To who?
Tony Cassano.
Okay, so it's not that crazy chick that like dated half the wrestlers.
No, but she's hot, man. Tony Cassano, whoever she is, she's pretty hot.
Oh, good for her.
Even in a blazer.
Good for her. Oh, and the Islanders won. Yay, thanks, Islanders. You beat Winnipeg. Good job.
Also, apparently, Dakota Kai is dating Shayna Baszler.
I feel like I'm not surprised by that.
I'm not surprised by that either.
Yeah, I mean, they were roommates for a really long time.
Yeah, they were.
Yeah, they all lived in the house before some of them started moving out because they got married. Like, Mia Yim moved out because she was marrying Keith Lee.
Yeah.
And stuff. Keith Lee looking like just... Keith Lee looks bad.
Keith Lee looks like he regrets his decisions.
Here we go, right here. Here's the Keith Lee Evans episode. I'm surprised somebody compared him to Uncle Ben, which is hysterical in all of it.
Yeah, it's Uncle Ben ate all the rice. He was the rice, right, Uncle Ben? Uncle Ben
Yeah,
was the rice?
he was the rice guy, yes.
Man, I miss Uncle Ben on the rice.
It's fine. It was rice.
I shouldn't say I miss. That's a weird thing to say.
Yeah. It was also
care.
rice. Like
it's shame they got rid of him.
Yeah, it's rice, so I really don't care.
But it's like,
Was
hey,
Uncle Ben? I know Aunt Jemima was. I know they took her away because
the mammy.
Yeah, because she was a stereotype. What's it called? Fuck.
A mammy.
No, but the mammy is a stereotype of the era that it was called. Why is it blowing my mind on this? What was it called? Because there's a museum for this too. Fred, you're a Pentecostal? My goodness. Mammy is menstrual. There we go. It's a menstrual stereotype. Because there are.
I mean, I get it.
Yeah.
But it's like, we're gonna be more fair and equitable, I guess, for lack of a better word, by just taking them away.
Well, I mean, it was also just share, but it was the mammy caricature was bad.
They didn't even replace it with someone else less offensive. They just took it away.
But I haven't had Sarah in a while, so I don't know.
At least having some representation, they just took it away.
Well, if you look at like the mammy characters, especially during the menstrual period, it's not the greatest.
Oh yeah, I'm aware. I'm aware of the history.
Did you know there's a museum dedicated to it?
I had no idea.
Yeah,
I bet it's pretty crazy.
It's up in I believe it's up in like Michigan or something.
But like, I think I'd take away Sacagawea on the butter and Uncle Ben on the
Sacagawea was on the butter. Land O'Lakes, right?
Land O'Lakes, yeah.
Okay.
So like, I think I'd take away for being offensive. Isn't it also offensive to just take it away and not replace it with someone else? That's also from that, like, that's less offensive from that culture. Because now it's just like they had representation. Now it's just they don't have any.
So Aunt
Now all
Jemima
the
was
ma- now-
not placed
now
by
all the
anybody. What
mascots-
is it just? Is it just like the yellow background?
It's just the sun. In Uncle Ben, it's just a circle, I guess. It's just nothing.
That's
So it's
weird.
just like now it's like now the mascots can only, I guess now the only non-offensive mascots are the white ones, which should also be offensive.
And somehow Gritty still makes it in.
Well, Gritty's not a thing. It's not a person.
Gritty.
It's just an orange. Who's defending? Other Gritties? Orange balls of fuzz, like cotton balls that turn cotton balls that went into orange soda. Like I don't know who's defending.
Oh, Aunt Jemima's the Pearl Milling Company now, which doesn't scream syrup to me, but all right. I haven't had Aunt Jemima. I haven't had syrup because I haven't had pancakes or anything or white rice in a very long time. But I do know they replaced Aunt Jemima. I don't know what the hell they did with Uncle Ben. Oh, Tony's next for this?
It's nothing. It's nothing. It's just
rice?
There's no mascot. There's just no mascot.
So does it just say rice? Because that's what
I think it's still. It might still be Uncle Ben's. It's just there's no Ben.
Uncle Ben's rice. I have to look this up right now because I'm interested. Oh, it's called Ben's Original.
It's called Ben's. That's what it's called. It's called Ben's Original.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's called Ben's Original. Okay, that's fine.
I don't know the history behind the term Uncle Ben.
I don't know if it was. I don't think there was anything race related to Uncle Ben. It might just be a mental.
So why'd they get rid of him?
Hold on. It's also just rice. I'm quickly scouring Wikipedia for it. Oh, he was a house Negro. Okay. Interesting. Okay, let me read this to you because this actually seems very interesting. From 1946 to 2020, Uncle Ben's products carried the image of an elderly African American man dressed in a bow tie, which is said to have been based on a house Negro waiter, essentially a slave that worked in the house.
Right.
In 2020, Mars, the company, told Addict, "We don't know if a real Ben ever existed." According to Mars, Uncle Ben was an enslaved African-American house Negro cook, known by the plantation owner and overseers for the quality of his rice dishes. Gordon L. Harwell, an entrepreneur who had supplied rice to the armed forces in World War II, chose the name Uncle Ben's as a means to expand his marketing efforts to the general public, meaning he wanted to market to black people. In March 2007, Uncle Ben's image was promoted to the chairman of the board by a new advertising company. This is getting weirder the more I read it. In September of 2017, Mars Incorporated started to certify the sustainability of basmati rice sold under the Uncle Ben's brand to encourage local farmers to opt for the best agricultural methods. That has nothing to do with anything. In the aftermath of the murder of George Floyd, Mars announced that on June 17th, the weekend of Juneteenth, that would be evolving the brand's identity, including the logo. The move
Talk about stealing the spotlight.
The move followed just hours after Quaker Pepsi changed the name and logo of its Aunt Jemima brand amid accusations of racism. As just hours, wow, they didn't wait. They're like, oh, we got to go too. As advertised on September 23rd, Mars replaced the Uncle Ben's name with Ben's Original, with new packaging becoming widely available in the United States from about June 2021. So interesting. Someone else.
It's just weird.
It's
weird.
It's interesting because it's like, okay, there might have been a guy who made really good rice, but like, who doesn't know how to make really good rice?
Yeah, you just boil it in water.
You know. I mean, it depends on how he seasoned it and stuff, but this is a weird.
So Jazz takes the yellow rice, white rice, puts turmeric in it to make it yellow rice.
I have turmeric. I
great.
just want a crap ton of turmeric. Put it in your eggs too. It's anti-inflammatory. It helps out with your scrambled eggs. You can't taste a thing.
Really? Mm-hmm. I don't remember that.
A pinch of it. Don't do too much. Just do a really small amount.
It's just little.
Yeah. Yeah, little pinch. It's an anti-inflammatory. You mix it in with your scrambled eggs. You cook it up. You can't taste it at all.
I mean, does turmeric have a taste? What, mushroom?
I know too much of it. It's a really strong taste. Adam Cole.
I'll go make some eggs. I'm still hungry.
Okay, so Fretz is saying, because Adam Cole's on TV right now, says Adam Cole makes the announcement, another new AEW show, an after-hour Dynamite AEW All Access, like a backstage show. Fretz, I hope you're
loving explosion.
No, it's gonna.
Are they getting a 5-finger death punch to the theme song?
Well, no, it's gonna be WWE backstage with Renee Young.
No, it's not T Explosion. It's TNA Reaction. Oh, I love TNA Reaction.
So they're essentially doing Raw Talk, TNA Reaction, Talking Smack, and After Hours Talk Show.
Can't explain what's come over me. Yeah, Five Finger Death Punch did a theme song for it. It was fucking awesome, dude. TNA Reaction was the best. It only lasted like a month. And then canceled.
Adam Cole makes his return in March. Good job, Adam Cole.
Dude, he hasn't wrestled yet. He's been back like a month.
I guess. I don't fucking know. Tony Khan's in the ring right now, or he's about to make a showing in the ring.
Well, as long as Martha Hart doesn't make the announcement, I think we're good.
I swear to God, if it's another fucking Owen Hart tournament. Oh my God! If it's another goddamn Owen Hart tournament.
Oh, also the other day there was it was like a Marvel Studios sale on Steam.
Ooh.
So I got Lego Batman 1, 2, and 3 for $5.
That's not even Marvel. That's DC.
Oh no, sorry, it's Warner Brothers.
Oh, okay.
Warner
I was supposed to
Brothers.
say like
Warner Brothers.
Yeah. Okay.
It was a Warner Brothers sale. So I got Lego Batman 1, 2, and 3 for $5 total.
Wow.
Yeah. I'll play that. I'll play that eventually.
Lego Batman seems. I mean, Lego video games apparently seem amazing.
They're so much fun. Some of them can be hit or miss. The Harry Potter ones are kind of shitty.
Mm-hmm.
But like Lego Pirates of the Caribbean, you wouldn't think it'd be that fun, but it's a lot of fun.
Have you gotten Hogwarts Legacy?
I have. I'm going to start playing it this weekend.
What house? Are you Hufflepuffing?
I am Hufflepuffing. My guy's name is Furnace Fezziwig, so it's just the ultimate Hufflepuff name. I'm just waiting for my monitor gets here on Friday. So I'm going to play it a little bit this weekend when I'm not like out and about.
Yeah.
I'm going to go ham on it next week.
Nice. You got to tell me how it is. I'm probably not going to buy it.
It's amazing. My friend said it's incredible.
Yeah. Well, they took their time with it. Thank God.
Yeah, it got delayed a few times.
Yeah, well, no, but that's good. Sometimes delays are a good thing. Listen, you better get it in now before they announce the Starfield.
Oh, dude, I know, dude. So many good games coming out this year. Like it's a literal problem.
Yeah.
I'm in the middle of Assassin's Creed Odyssey, which I want to get back into.
That's fun.
Odyssey is so much fun. It's fun. Just like dude. Origins is my favorite.
Origins is a wild time.
Because I love ancient Egypt, and Origins, the story was great, the characters were great, the voice acting was great.
The scenery was amazing.
Was
like they recreated like Alexander's lighthouse. I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, it was really cool. And then like Odyssey is really cool because I also love ancient Greece.
Oh, here we go. Moxley versus Hangman at Revolution, the Texas Death Match.
Nice. That's me fun.
Jericho versus Ricky Starks. Eric Guerrero's banned from ringside. World Tag Team Championship Fatal 4-Way. Jared and Lethal, the Guns versus the Acclaimed. And the winners of the Casino Tag Team Battle Royale, which is next week. And that's all we got. It's going to be an interesting show. All right, Tony Khan, what the fuck do you have? Or who's coming up now? Oh, Mox is coming out. I'm not waiting for this.
It's going to be the debut of Vince Russo.
Could you imagine?
Bro, I'm a new booker.
Tony Khan is trans. Also would have surprised me.
Comes out in a Barry Bonds jersey.
Listen, I saw a Barry Bonds.
Just going off on Hulk Hogan.
Hulk Hogan, you're a piece of shit. I'm coming for you. I do love. I found a guy who does like just Barry Bonds facts because they're totally absurd, and they're amazing.
Barry Bonds is a twat.
I don't care. I love Barry Bonds. It's whatever. He has a shit attitude, but his
Great
stats.
player.
Yeah, his
Hall of Famer.
His stats
speak for itself.
His stats speak for himself. That's all you gotta say. His stats speak for himself. I gotta find it now. Because it was like a TikTok and it was fucking great. Someone. What is it? Let's find it. Have you started watching Chad the Bird that I sent you last week?
I think so. It's a long video, right?
Yeah. It's the bird puppet.
Yes, I did watch some of it.
You gotta find his YouTube. His YouTube's fucking hysterical. It's just those monologues, just more of them. Here we go. Here's the Barry Bonds one that I found.
guys, the more I do these videos, the more I'm starting to rethink if Barry Bonds belongs in the Hall of Fame, and I think I've come to the conclusion that he absolutely does, because we are back for another edition of Barry Bonds stats that seem fake, but aren't. In 2004, Barry Bonds had an OPS of 1.422. If you were to play 162 games and go 2 for 5 with a single and a home run in every single game, you would end up with 162 home runs, a 400 average, a 1,000 slugging, and a lower OPS than Barry Bonds had in 2004.
Jesus.
That's so fucking gross. That's so fucking gross. I do have to send you the Batman rant to Quan. That is one of the funniest rants I ever had about how Batman's a piece of shit. Just follow him on TikTok. Taquan, get on TikTok. Yeah, Barry Bonds stats are great. So is Barry Bonds facts are great to look at, and so are Michael Jordan stories.
Yeah.
I saw one today. It's when Michael Jordan was the owner of the Charlotte Hornets.
I saw one. It's a quote from me. It's like, in 20 years, no one's going to play sick with a sprained ankle or anything like that. He's like, they pretty much kind of on the NBA today, pussies.
Yeah. No, there was a Jordan story about, because everybody has their own Jordan story that they played in this era. And so Steven Jackson, who was like one of the guys on the Hornets that Jordan brought in when he was like, I guess, the big owner, they had made the playoffs the year before for like the first time ever, but then they were playing really shitty. So apparently Jordan came down to practice as like kind of just reading them the riot act, being like, look at all the things I get for you. You don't deserve the shoes that I got you, but you're fucking wearing on your feet and everything. And so Jordan got so mad. He's like 50 at this time. Jordan was so mad, he got on the second team and played the starters and beat them.
Oh my God. So aggressive, dude.
And just to flex on them, he dunked as they were walking out of a gym.
Of course.
I was like, wow, Jordan's such a fucking savage. It was like, what was it? One time they were facing the Atlanta Hawks. This is like Dominique Wilkins' Atlanta Hawks. So they were fucking nice.
Mm-hmm.
And like, I think the Hawks came to play Chicago. It was either a playoff game. I think it was a playoff game. Hawks came to play Chicago, either in the playoffs or just like a highly touted regular season game. Jordan, before the game, Dominic says this, went into the Hawks locker room. And they were like, hey, what's up, Mike? What are you doing? They thought he was going to go see a trainer or something like that. He literally went there to dap it up with them and then said, he gets strap up, guys. It's going to be a long night, and walked out. Mm. He dropped over 60 points on them.
Jeez.
So gross. You know how good you have to be to call your shot before the game?
Jordan good.
And no one can stop you.
Jordan good.
No one can literally stop you. The Jordan story just keep getting better and better. It's absolutely amazing as time goes on. Like, there's a Reggie Miller one too, but you would enjoy as well. Did I ever tell you the Reggie Miller Jordan story?
I don't think so. Who's Reggie Miller?
Reggie Miller, the 3-point shooter from the Indiana Pacers. Tall, skinny, light-skinned guy. You've never heard of Reggie Miller? How dare you?
I'm sorry.
He's one of the most lethal shooters of all time before Ray Allen and Steph Curry. So now he's like number 3. So Reggie was new into the league. And Reggie's one of those kids. He was like always a skinny kid that always had the attitude and was always like a dick to everybody because he felt like he had something to prove. He's that guy. Mm. So Reggie Miller, even I remember Reggie. There you go. Well, of course you do, Frets. So Reggie Miller, when he's first into the league, he just got into the league. You know, we're talking about Jordan, and Reggie's having a good game against Michael Jordan. You know, it might have even been preseason he faced preseason. He faced Jordan preseason. Jordan didn't have a so-so game, and so they face him again. And Reggie's having a good game, and he starts yapping at Jordan like, "Oh, Jordan, they say you're like Jesus. You can walk on water." Blah 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 blah. Reggie Miller had like 10 points, and Jordan had like 2. By the end of the game, this is in the first set. By the end of the game, Reggie Miller had 12 points. Jordan had like 45.
He's so petty, dude. He's just so fucking petty.
It was a preseason game too, which makes it even worse.
Which is even funnier.
And then at the end of the game, Jordan said, "Don't ever talk to Black Jesus like that ever again," and walked away.
Amazing.
I love Jordan so much. I love him when everything's. Oh my god, he's the ultimate competitor for no reason. For no reason. It's great.
Right, dude,
Is everything uploaded?
Everything's uploaded.
Perfect.
It's 10 o'clock. It's time to hop.
All right, let's get out of here. We will see you guys next week. Hopefully, we will have a special guest host. But if not, it'll just be me and Will talking about AEW or trying to salvage what we got out of AEW. So, we'll see you next week.
Midnight music.